be joining our heroes as they make the trek to the quaint little village of Morden's Hollow in the hopes of finally catching up with poor Thunderwind and dispatching copious amounts of justice upon him. So, there we go. So, get ready for tonight's episode of Rise of the Fallen. Yeah, I said it again. Rise of the Fallen.
Much has changed in Arconis these past few years. The seat of power is altered in the west, and the unrest and lawlessness that followed the war has greatly diminished. The good people of the kingdom work hard to rebuild, as opportunities for regrowth are plenty. Of course, these times also provide ample opportunity for the wicked. While corruption was swept from the city of Corthan, one of its most prominent architects has forged a new alliance and fled east to rebuild his seat of power. Unbeknown to him, others covet what he possesses, and others still seek revenge for past vile deeds. A sinister and unlikely group seek to find and destroy this new alliance and to regain their former glory. So begins the rise of the Fallen.
Alrighty, let's pull back the curtains and join our folk and heroes. And why is that on the wrong... Oh. That's interesting. Hold on a second. Oh, because I still got the Wheel of Loot ticked. There we go. I was like, it's showing the wrong screen. Alrighty. Well, here we are. Right. You guys literally had just been teleported here. You, the mage that brought you here was eager to escape and leave you behind, but pointed out that if you travel eastwards from here, you should find the road, and then turning left or north should lead you to Morden's Hollow.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm going to walk towards the front. Does anyone know which way we should go, or should I just make a brash decision here?
We're turning left, Tolgar. That was like...
Oh, was it said?
Like 30 seconds ago, yes.
Well, I thought maybe,
The voice in your head should have reminded you. Once we get to the road.
But are you sure it isn't the other way?
If you want to go the other way, you can. We'll take a left.
We don't split the
Well, personally, I think I'll go with Tolgar.
Yeah, even if we go...
you can go ahead, Emlyn. Go ahead.
Whichever direction Tolgar goes, it's always the
Mike
right
the Exiled
direction.
Nomad, thank you. 30 months for you utilizing your Twitch Prime. Take your pants off, hit the hype. Thanks, buddy.
Look, let's just go to the road and go left. Tolgar.
Right this way, and I'm going to turn left as if it was my idea all along. I think left would be a great idea.
Good job. Good.
Okay, so you eventually arrive at the road as intended, and as you've indicated, you're going to take a left. Alrighty, there you go. So you start trudging down the road. It is a fairly wide, probably a good 10-foot wide dirt track that's clearly seen an awful lot of traffic. There are a lot of cart ruts that can be seen in numerous places. So it almost looks like most wagons and carts just at this point have to pick a set of ruts and follow them. It's still quite easy to walk upon, but you're walking more on ridges at this point as opposed to a solid flat surface of road. There are still ample trees to the left, to the right. The woods itself seems pretty packed. Not really overgrown, but fairly dense of trees.
Alright. Kyla, I think you should scout ahead a few 30 feet as we walk this way.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to go into the woods and be like, I'll just keep some cover, right? And then I'm just going to walk exactly, like, I don't know, 10 feet ahead, but hope they don't see that I'm just, like, right there because I'm not going ahead of them.
So you're going to kind of move a little bit ahead, slightly to the left, and just skulk from tree to tree. You're scouting in a very safe way.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I'll be keeping an eye out, but I'm probably actually more focused on not being noticed by the party at this point.
Okay, give me a perception check then.
Okay.
If you would be so kind.
I'm just not feeling it, Gore. I'm not...
You don't have to. By all means, don't be perceptive. Suits me down to the ground. Yeah, you are a fairly perceptive individual. All right. Through the trees to your left, first of all, you catch a sort of a sickly sweet kind of rotting smell. As you kind of look in that direction, you notice the corpse of a large, bloated stag.
I'd like to...
Solve the puzzle,
I'm going
please.
to... Yeah. What killed the deer for 600? I'm going to go ahead and just, like, I guess carefully approach and kind of inspect what looks like what happened to the deceased animal. It's bloated, so it's been there a minute, I would assume.
All right. Oh yeah, it's clearly been here a while. So, do you have what I would probably do you have a medicine skill check?
I'm not proficient.
All right, so go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Do you have survival?
Actually, no.
Okay, then then you go with medicine.
They're kind of the same.
I would allow you being kind of rangery to use that, but
the ranger thing's more of a gimmick.
Yeah, I hear you. It's a trick. Okay, you would be right by the buzzing of flies and the bloating to think that this has been dead for a while. The throat on the creature has been ripped out. Its side has been... A lot of the flesh has been kind of taken away, exposing its rib cage on its left side. But beyond that, the creature seems to be fairly well intact.
So it was a hate crime. They didn't do this for you.
I'm Gore, I can't click my character, just
Good.
FYI.
I didn't want you to be able to anyway.
Okay, cool.
I'm actually gonna try and like sneak over and just get Emlyn's attention.
Oh,
yeah, I'm just walking up, so...
So yeah, I'm going to try to subtly get Emlyn's attention out of the group and just be like, hey, Emlyn.
Okay, so...
Use your
how subtle are you being?
Use your dead person sights. I'm gonna be like as far and subtle as I can at first because I don't know how dead people's sensory works. So like I'm still basically hiding at this point. I'm just kind of making like occasional sounds to try and get his attention, and then I'll get like closer and more obvious as he continues to not notice me.
I'm more curious as to whether or not you're being subtle enough that Emlyn notices and the other two don't, or if that's
that's what I'm going for.
That's what you're going for. Yeah. Okay, in that case, you go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Okay. Pretty okay at that. Usually.
All right, and Tolgar and Thelonious, you give me a perception check with a target of 11.
Okay, I'm gonna be found.
Okie dokie. Perception check.
Maybe
not by Conchi, you're not.
How about me? How about...
Yeah.
But
See me with the eagle.
Wolfspine will catch your gestures.
Yep. Kyla.
Oh.
What is it?
Maybe you would know something about this. It looks like someone here doesn't like deer, and I'm afraid as to what that might mean about what it feels about us. I couldn't quite discern. Just come here.
Is there sustenance for me to siphon?
Is it dead?
It's dead.
What's so weird about a dead deer? I'm gonna walk over there.
Okay.
Nobody ate it.
I'm just gonna stand on the road and look back to Thelonious, like.
All right.
I'm going to turn around and be like, Emlyn, I was specifically trying to get your attention, so if you're just going to lollygag there, I guess I'll just move on.
It's a dead deer, what good would it do me?
I've seen you kill things for no apparent reason.
There's a very particular reason.
Exactly. You would know more about it than anyone else, so go check it out.
The things are alive when...
Go check it out. And I'm just going to go ahead and start scouting a little bit further.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So, Emlyn, Tolgar, you're looking at this thing. You both can give me a medicine skill roll if you wish, assuming you are actively trying to determine what might have killed this thing.
Even though I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm like, oh, interesting.
That's a deer.
Yeah, you're not getting any more than...
Yeah, this deer is hurt.
You're getting no more than, Oh, but look at that. See, this is why he wanted you to go look.
This is why I told everyone to vote for Snugs. Because then maybe they'd vote for Shagget for a change.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to push that again because it didn't play very loud. So here we go.
Natural 20!
Have a natural 20. So Shagget's first roll of the night means only one person, Neo Gambit, won anything at all.
There he is.
So there you go.
Yo, buddy!
A big bet.
The good news is, that's a natural 20 for you. Okay. Well, surprisingly, Kyla's logic made a lot of sense. You are predatory. You do think a little bit more from a hunter-killy type standpoint. So as you kind of look down at this thing, you know, you're looking at the neck, and you're looking at your own hands with your long, gnarly claws that have seemed to grow over these past months or so, and realize that's the sort of thing that I would have done. And then as you look at the side, you notice some kind of movement. Paying closer attention, suddenly you notice a couple of rats actually emerge from inside the carcass, and that's when you realize nothing except small furry rodents have been eating on this thing. Clearly, yes, whoever killed this did not do it to consume a deer. They did not do it out of a sense of feeding themselves or hunting. As Kyla pointed out, this looks like something killed this deer out of aggression, spite, just nothing wholesome at all. You know, there was no intent to harvest this deer for anything. Not even a game, not even a, somebody that might have just wanted to do it, a game hunter. No one even bothered to cut the rack off the antlers to proudly display, which, being that it's, a good 20 points or so, would have been a nice trophy on someone's wall. And this thing is a pretty hefty creature. It's a fully grown, mature stag that clearly has profited well from its livelihood here in the woods. Kyla, give me another perception check.
With pleasure. As soon as I fall on the right thing for it. Okay, there it is. Reroll. There we go.
Nice roll.
Hey,
Okay.
nice.
As you kind of moved up through the trees, so I'm going to move you back a little bit because you'd have noticed it about here. No doubt being vigilant and looking to your left and right to make sure that sinister things don't seem to be creeping up on you. You notice across the other side of the road what appears to be a fairly fresh and large mound of dirt. It's about 60 feet away. It's about it's getting close to kind of, you teleported here. I believe it was pretty much in the morning, right? Fairly early after a little bit of... So, you're estimating for the position of the sun and stuff like that, it's probably around noonish. But you're also starting to realize that there's a little bit of mist in the air, very, very faint. It's not particularly cold, so you wouldn't expect the condensation to still be creating mist this late in the morning. Maybe it is, maybe it's just with all the tree cover keeping the sun off of it, maybe that's part of what it is, you can't be sure. But you do definitely notice this mound of dirt over on the other side of the road, about 60 feet.
I'm going to slink over to Thelonious now, my other resident expert on weird things.
I'm hanging, I'm just leaning on the tree, just looking at this animal dead, not wanting to get anywhere near it. A little bit of balance, a little bit of just so I look kind of cool, Just kind of hanging, yeah.
Theo, buddy,
yes.
Hal, and frankly, most qualified. I'm just gonna leave it there. There's forgive my asking. Do you know any arcane reason for mist and a lump of dirt?
Do I, Gore?
There's a couple of spells that you know that actually might use a bit of fresh dirt as a material component. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. You kind of rack your brains, and no, there's nothing really that you can think of that would kind of draw that particular correlation. Okay.
Then you stop and think, unless somebody wanted to dig a ton of dirt out to build an earth golem.
Okay.
But so that's a bit reaching.
Yeah, I would relay that to Kyla and just say, other than that, there isn't really anything I particularly know of that. Maybe a closer look might give us a little bit more detail about what could be.
I'll do that thing I do where I go ahead and get impaled. You just make sure it doesn't hurt too bad, okay?
Absolutely. And I'll just kind of, from my tree base here, watch her slink off. Just kind of keep an eye out, just to make sure nothing sneaks up behind her or anything.
Tolgar.
And then cut to this tree.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Emlyn and Tolgar.
I'm still staring at the deer. Yes. What is it?
Do you and your tribe, because I never really cared for the hunter part of what you did you ever just do it out of pure relish and enjoyment?
Absolutely not. I was just looking over this deer now. Someone greatly abused this animal.
Yes,
it was not utilized for its purpose.
That's exactly true. It seems to have been utilized for possibly my purpose. At least the throats part, not the stomach part.
It's disgusting. I would never take a token from this in the state that they left it.
Well, there would be something I would do if I needed to pick me up.
What do you?
And I'm just gonna.
You're gonna ride
I'm gonna
it?
take my clawed hands and kind of put it towards Tolgar's throat and be like that. Only, obviously, connection.
Oh, it's like when you scratch me to feel better about yourself. I assume that's what it's for. I'm not sure.
I scratched the big barbarian. Look how tough I am.
I let it happen because I pity you.
Oh.
Pity poor fool. So I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna look at Tolgar dead eyes to his lively ones, and I'm gonna be like, "Do you trust me?"
I definitely did before you became dead, but I'm still trying to figure out what I think of you now.
But you are stupid enough to say you pity me.
I'm stupid enough to do a lot of things, but I'm a great leader, so...
I've just been thinking about why I'm still here helping you all. I have what I think is a reason that works, but if you die, I really just wouldn't care.
Well, sounds like we need you to get into the tower, but also, despite everything, I still feel this attachment to you. I'm not sure what it is. I love you. No, I don't say that.
But you killed me.
Correct, but I thought you understood why, and we got past it.
No hard feelings, right?
So nonchalant.
You need to understand that there was never hard feelings about it. I'm just stating a fact. You killed me.
Correct.
There's nothing for me to get over. But it does beg the question,
that's good.
Why you would still trust me? I was just thinking about what the other wizard was talking about. Why any of you would trust anything I had to say, considering I don't care. Again, I have a reason and an answer to that question that I think is fine, but...
The way I see it, you no longer have emotions, so either way, I don't feel like you would mess our party up in any way, because you don't have malicious thoughts towards us.
Oh, but I do, all the time.
You do? What are they?
I don't scratch you because...
It's not a love bite.
Just know, Tolgar, that if you were dying and I was dying again, I would kill you to sustain myself.
Well, I've already killed you, so it's obvious what I would do in that situation as well.
Accept it. Karma.
No, I would kill you first. But we're still friends.
Just friends who kill each other. Alright, okay. So we're going to flip across the other side of the road. Okay, Kyla, so you slunk across the dirt track underneath the tree to get a closer look. You can see that in the pile of dirt, there is a slightly wonky and poorly formed wooden cross. The cross is formed basically by somebody wrapping what looks like some hemp rope crisscross across the section to tie it together. And there may be something scratched into the cross beam, but it's very crude and you can't really make it out from here.
I'd like to kind of get a scope for... I see mist and I just assume things, so I'm going to take a look in the trees, make sure that it's just me here.
Alright, so you want it to be extra
yeah.
perceptive?
Hopefully.
Okay, hurl a dice.
I'm rolling this one a lot today. I'm in a strange town.
Nope, you glance amongst the trees, you don't see anything else.
Okay, I'm new in town, so I'm gonna go ahead and just be like, Thelonious, see if the other two want to come up. It looks clear, but I'm gonna get a closer look.
I'm gonna turn around and just walk over to them. Are you two done with this dead animal yet, or is there something important about it?
No, we were done. Just establishing our relationship. I'm just going to walk back to the road.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm just not going to touch that one. Come along, Tolgar.
You're touching that with a 10-foot stick.
All right. Move on the other side of the road and kind of lead them over to show them where Kyla went over this way.
As we're walking, I'm just going to say to Emlyn, it's because we get each other, Emlyn. And then I'm going to just follow.
All right.
Seeing Tolgar backing me up, I'm going to be a lot more comfortable and just kind of walk up and inspect it.
Okay. What is your passive, where are we? What is your passive, investigation?
Looking for it.
Bottom skill, far left-hand side.
Oh yeah, okay. It's 11.
Okay, that's enough. If it's above 10, you're good. Okay, so as you kind of examine it, you have to kind of squint and almost like trace the letters with your finger to follow them through. But you're pretty sure it says Sally Goddard, something along those lines. The last few letters seem to have been rushed, so it's a little bit blurry. But it's Sally God, Godd, and then either ARD or an EN, depends on which way you look at the letters. And that is all that's there. The dirt itself is still, as I said, somewhat fresh, although it is fairly dry.
So it's new brick. I'm just gonna turn and be like, does anyone else know this song?
No what?
Sorry. It's a grave for a Sally Goddard.
Spit it out.
I can't tell. It's not written out well. Frankly, I think this was the Sally Garden from that one song. Anyways,
What song?
Are we gonna?
By the Sally Garden is where my love. That one?
Are we gonna
We didn't
dig
sing
up the
these
grave?
songs in my tribe.
All right. Needless to say, this is a grave marker. Does anyone want what's in it? It's probably a girl.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Figures.
Yeah, it's a little weird and ominous that somebody would... Burying someone off in the middle of the woods is one thing, especially if you want to hide a body. But the concept of the fact that somebody bothered to put a cross here and a name tells you that no one was hiding this body. It was just, again, buried in a pretty bizarre place. It's fairly close to the road, so it's not like people wouldn't have found it. So it's probably, again, not been put there to hide it.
I think we should dig it up.
What? Why?
I don't want to do that.
Because the deer was killed by something predatory. And if she was killed by something predatory as well, maybe the town itself is full of things that are predatory. And I'd rather know before heading blindly in there.
So you want to know if she has the same marks as the deer?
Well, if she was killed in a similar way as the corpses at Danforth when we first showed up there, it might be a decent lead.
All right. And I'm going to take out my handy-dandy shovel. And I'm going to break ground and start digging.
Okay.
I'm going to not be near it because last time I vomited. What's north of here?
Well, I'm going to do a quick thing, which is for my own lazy-ass benefit. So give me a second here. I'm going to move you guys back over here. You monster!
He knew we would dig it up, and he had the map ready for when we had. I don't think I'm wrong.
Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. Who knows?
I don't think I am. I don't think I am.
Yeah, I'm basically repurposing the same map because it really didn't feel like it was necessary to create an entire other random woodland map for something so mundane. Alrighty. And
I'm Satchmo, and I was wrong about the thing.
you're kind of not wrong about that. There.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now this is like I've technically moved the map up a little bit, but I really haven't.
So I'm just gonna lean over the dirt pit as Tolgar digs it up, not helping at all.
Right.
Just watching.
Did this tree move for anyone else?
There.
It's a
bit more believable now. Okay. So Tolgar starts to dig. Probably the good first foot of dirt is very dry. There's no moisture in it until you actually kind of get down below that. And you don't have to dig a whole lot further. It's not the shallowest of graves, so somebody was buried here with some care. But again, as you're digging, you start hitting roots and other rocky things and realize this wouldn't have been the easiest place for somebody to actually commit a burial. And the body itself is only probably about 3 foot down, as eventually you start digging into something that feels kind of a little bit more soft and pliable. As you kind of move some of the dirt away, you can see what appears to be white cloth, although it's stained, obviously, with dirt.
Alright, I'm going to stop once there's enough showing to where we can maybe open up the cloth or take a peek.
It looks like the body was pretty much wrapped all the way with effectively a huge bed sheet. So you'd either have to kind of get the body out and unroll it, or you'd have to kind of cut your way up through.
I'm gonna reach down with my hands and do that with my claws, basically.
So
rip it apart.
Okay, so you're kind of down in the little hole.
Yep.
Okay, it would appear to be the slightly decomposed, and I do mean slightly. All the features are still there. Clearly, this was not that long ago. But it appears to be a young girl, probably about 14, 15 years of age at a guess. And initially, at first glance, you cannot see any noticeable wounds. Nothing on her face, hands, or neck.
I'm going to attempt to pull the body out of the grave.
Yeah, she probably doesn't weigh but about 80 pounds, so you very easily pull her out and slide her onto the dirt on the side. Satch and Thelonious, what are you up to?
I'm just making sure nobody's coming, because if they are, that would be really awkward.
Yeah,
Okay.
same. I'm just keeping an eye out.
Both of you give me a perception check then.
Okay.
Alright. Snugs, this is another day in the forest for you, but Satch. Kyla definitely notices some movement way over here in amongst these trees. You're kind of squinting and have to kind of move to get a better vantage point. Ducking down low so you can see clearer underneath the branches and canopies. There is a strange, grey, leathery-skinned creature quietly and stealthily moving its way from tree to tree, coming in your direction.
We have company.
I'm gonna
draw my bow and be ready. And kind of scoot back behind the tree a bit.
Oh, did you say that to all of us? Or?
Yes, I did.
Okay, as soon as you rolled so well, you're also aware of something coming from this direction above you. So there seems to be, they're coming in from both sides of the track.
To your right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to turn slowly and then probably see that guy and drop my shovel.
Okay. It makes a quiet, floppy sound on the ground.
Are we all aware?
Yes.
I'm still examining the body.
Okay. Right, as I said, initially at your first glance, you can see nothing. What do you want to do? How do you want to kind of investigate further?
So at that point, I'm probably going to do that thing Kyla does and just go ahead and take a few shots.
Okay. What do you want to shoot at?
I'm going to shoot the one in front of me if I can.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, then.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
We'll go ahead and put some fighty type music in.
Okay.
As soon as you've decided to fight.
Let's do it. Hell yeah.
I don't
I like this. Did it.
Like one bit.
Okay. Alright, seeing as you have a ranged weapon and you wish to shoot, it's going to be a tough shot with all those trees between you and it. So I would say you can definitely shoot at it from here because you're a skilled archer and there is room low beneath the branches, but it's going to have to be a disadvantage.
Okay, I would normally get advantage at being the first shot, so...
that's what I'm saying, so it's going to kind of balance it out.
Okay. So here's the shot. Ooh!
Alrighty.
Ooh.
Not bad. Not
And
bad at all, old
that
boy.
incurs some nice things, so here's
Absolutely.
the others.
Alrighty.
Oh my God.
Let me pull this up real fast.
It's so hard not to sing along to.
Sing along. You know the words? Because I sure as hell don't.
Yeah, sure do.
And there's that there.
Alright.
If that's applicable.
Okay, so the arrow basically flies through, and you get a fairly solid stick on it. Your 3d6 was because of your crit damage?
Yeah, it's the it's the sneak attack thing.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Okay, so that would be a total of 22. Okay. Yep, you plug the creature with the first arrow.
Okay.
It kind of glances off of its arm as it's kind of crawling forward. It goes, hits in the shoulders like, yeah! And then turns.
And then I'll take my
It's
second
got a
shot at it
huge,
again.
big, long, elongated, red, salivary tongue.
Yeah, that's when the second shot goes.
Okay, the
Nice.
second one also finds its mark.
Okay.
Okay, as soon as that happens, so you guys are aware that Kyla is crouched down low and side bow shooting underneath the trees at a low angle in that direction. What does everybody else want to do? And then we'll get initiatives, because then it'll become a thing.
I'm turned towards this guy, so I have my long sword out now, and I'm trying to gauge whether it looks like he's about to like sprint towards us, or if he's just staring.
Okay, they're definitely moving forward slowly, low, and in a predatory sort of fashion. Like, this entire time they've been stalking their prey, moving up closer and closer. But it's fair to assume that the second that the creature knows that you know that you've made it, it's either going to immediately attack or it's going to try to run for some kind of vantage point or cover. So,
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to meet it halfway if it's going to start running towards me.
okay, so you want to make you're going to take your move towards it. Okay, go ahead. I think they're 10-foot squares, so that'd be like.
Are they 10? Okay, cool.
Yeah, that'd be about a 30-foot.
Yeah, then I am going to.
So if you use your full move, you can get to it, and you can
Yes.
choose to attack it if you wish.
I am running towards this thing, and swinging my longsword at its weird red long tongue.
All right. Okay.
That's a cold
So
shot.
now you guys are pretty much close to the thing. Let me pop one up for
Yes.
chat. It's kind of got an almost eerie, very faint, translucent glow to its skin. It's got a long, bony, almost like its spine is intruded, huge, long talons. And generally speaking, looks
Horrifying.
definitely, yeah. Horrifying is a reasonably good term to use when describing this thing. Alrighty.
Does it look like Venom?
It's not that
think of that
far
when I
off.
think
If
of
you
like
mean
a-
the Venom
like
from the
that
movie,
tongue,
it's
you know?
not
That's what
that
I'm
far
thinking of.
off that, to be honest.
Okay. Okay, are we doing initiatives or can I attack?
Well, you can attack first.
Oh, nice.
These things are basically innately holding their actions regardless for the first round, so... Alrighty.
2 slash... There we go.
2 slashes each.
Yes, 2 slashes each. There it is.
Alright, 37
Oh, I love my damage.
with
Woo.
your sword. Nice. Okay. You waylay into this thing, swinging your magical sword left and right, bouncing off its bony form. It's clearly fairly tough. fairly enduring and feels like you're kind of hitting something pretty solid, but you're definitely leaving a mark. I mean, you know, the blows are cutting into it. It twists and turns like a twisty-turny thing to not be stabbed and hit, but basically it manages to kind of writhe athletically to try to avoid the blows, but neither time is it fast enough to completely get out of the way of your thrusts and slashes with your sword. Okay, let's see. Valerius Conch, my friend.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see Kyla shooting at something off in that direction, and I'm gonna look over and see Tolgar run to the other one, and I'm gonna realize there's nothing in between whatever she's shooting at and us. So can I see what she's shooting at from there?
You can. You can basically make out that there is a figure, something grey and sort of sinewy down there. You can't see the whole thing because there's a lot of branches and stuff in the way, but you can definitely see it. Okay. You want to kind of... You can definitely get a better view if you kind of crouch down and look.
Yeah, so I'll kind of do that. And,
okay, give me a perception check.
Sure.
Conch squats.
Well, now I get Clodius squat. Perception.
You got a pretty good wisdom score, right?
Yeah, but I've been rolling bad. There we go.
Nice roll, yeah.
Nice.
Good job.
So
as you get down really low to look, something catches your eye over to the left of you directly. Oh shit! There's another one that was creeping up on you. Oh my god! You guys were so busy focusing on that one that this one almost flanked you.
Okay, well, seeing that one, then I'm gonna quickly turn and realize, oh, there's two of us.
And that one you can clearly see a lot better because there's a lot more open ground between you and it.
So I'm going to kind of almost instinctively cast web at the one I just saw.
Alright, pop up web for me.
To try to keep it there. Let's see, that was
Epic.
Web it up. Web it up. That's me in rehearsals every Sunday. Just singing along.
Actually play an instrument. She just makes the sound.
No, I mean kind of.
Not actually playing. just kind of humming.
Okay, so here's the thing. The range on that is 60 feet. So you cast the web, and it is going to hit kind of here. Fortunately, however, it's a 20-foot cube from that point of duration, so it will catch it in that. Let me pop up something. Let me go and find something sticky.
That's kind of what I was going to do. Right there, so that's perfect.
Oh, that's a little bit weird.
It's so pretty.
And that sort of give or take. We make it a bit squarer. And then resize it.
There you go.
Alright, bam. Alright, so you dump your web right about there. It needs a DC 15 dex save to be able to basically disregard that sort of thing. So let's check its Dexy poo. Alright. Okay, no, it is caught in your web of deceit and lies.
Oh my god.
Okay, so basically, you've got the trees to anchor it to for the solid mass, so that's definitely not a problem. You've got it all kind of... so basically, it will start its turn in the web.
Nice.
And it must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remains in the web or until it breaks free. A creature restrained by the web can use its action to make a strength check to break out of it. So that's pretty much a thing if it wants out. Alrighty. Emlyn Sin.
So seeing all this action unfolds, I'm actually going to let go of the corpse that I was investigating.
Okay.
Move over here between Thelonious and Kyla. Look in this direction.
Give me a perception check.
Oh shit.
Okay. Nope. Let's clear.
Oh.
Yep. But I'm gonna ready my action. In case something does spring out at me, I will be doing a cantrip Eldritch Blast on anything that runs at me. Basically.
Okay, so you're basically going to turn around and just guard that.
Yeah, I'm gonna crouch low, kind of ready.
Okay,
ready
good
to
deal.
strike.
Alrighty, so it is now the creature's turn to do what they want to do. So first of all, this one, as well you might imagine, is going to try its best to break free. And the DC is successful. Let's see. It's the same DC, so it needs a 15. Alright, so immediately you see this thing start to grab at and tear and rend the sticky web, the thick kind of web-like vines that are stuck all over its body. As much as it starts to tear at him, you're noticing that its hands are getting stuck on them. They're kind of elastically bouncing back into place, and it's clearly getting frustrated as it can't move. It just hisses at you, low and menacing, like. With that, this one is going to take a full fleet charge forward. It is incredibly athletic and incredibly quick on its feet. Let's see. Most of you are here. Okay, yep. It's got a 40 move. It's got 40 moves, so it can do 80 on a dash.
Okay.
So it is actually going to tear as fast as it possibly can through the trees, across the path, directly towards you guys. Okay, this one up the top here.
Wait. Emlyn had a thing.
Emlyn's
I'm
facing
not
the
looking
other
that
way.
way.
Oh, you are? Oh my god.
I have my back to the tree,
Oh,
basically.
shit.
With Kyla to my left and Thelonious to my right.
Shit.
Alrighty. Okay, so, Tolgar, suddenly
Shit.
everything around you goes jet black.
Oh no!
Like suddenly,
Magic.
whoa, the area is black.
Where's my goggles when I need them? Okay.
Give me a circle.
Oh boy. Emlyn? Oh boy.
All right, and gonna make it here. That's supposed to be a circle. Why did you draw me a square?
Squares are
Squared
the
up.
best, man.
That's a rectangle.
Get out of here.
Oh man.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. They changed other macros, the hotkeys up as well. Anyone in chat remember what the macro is, what the hotkey is to switch it to circle in Roll20, just to save me time? Because I don't remember.
Hold Alt for circle.
Alt, there we go.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Thank you. That's exactly what we needed. And that wasn't supposed to be red either. It's like I'm changing it to things and it's saying, nope, don't care. Alright, let me do this one more time. Yeah, every time I click on it, it puts it back to how it was before. Alrighty.
Cool.
That area there is now magically black, so you cannot see shit. Tolgar.
The thing I fight in caves.
Yeah, it's a good job you fight in caves.
So stupid.
Tolgar's like, you thought darkness was your friend.
Alrighty. That is what it has done in its action.
Move.
This one's failed to move. Okay, so Emlyn, Out of the trees comes charging one of these creatures directly towards you. Fortunately, you did have the foresight to back up and prepare, so you get to act first.
Pew!
Oh no.
Pew!
Oh.
Come on.
Oh.
Come on!
Alright, alright, in a almost in a defensive panic, you're like, oh! And you blast off.
I don't panic.
I said almost, as if in a defensive panic.
Almost.
Either that or you're a shit shot. Pick one.
I'm a stormtrooper, okay? All right.
Unfortunately, yes, both of the blasts. One flies to its left as it ducks deftly to one side. One flies to its right as it ducks deftly to the other side. And then closes in on its prey. All right.
You hear that, Emlyn? You're its prey.
But I'm undead and I'm its friend, man. I'm just gonna talk to it, you know.
Hang out.
Yeah.
Okay. You need a DC 13 Constitution save before anything else.
Me?
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Alrighty.
Uh-oh.
So basically, you feel like almost like a strange. For you, it's a little different than it would be for somebody else. You can kind of feel more like a diminishment than anything else. You don't really feel weaker, but you feel somehow kind of more diminished and more lethargic. Like you're a little sluggish. Would
that affect me? I mean, I guess so.
Well, how it will affect you, see, basically, on a failed saving throw, you would deal only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength. Won't affect you at all unless you're physically going to tie into it hand-to-hand with this thing.
Got it.
But for you, it's not so much that it's zapping strength. It's more just, you just feel diminished. You know, strength isn't really a thing for you so much from a regular standpoint. But that's not all. So as it tears towards you and you see its eyes radiating this kind of hatred and terror, that's what causes the diminishment. Once it gets close to you, it immediately rears back with both claws and comes in from either side, almost like it's trying to dig its claws up into your ribs, one from the left-hand side, one from the right-hand side.
Okay, I am using reaction to damage because one of these, or both, are definitely going to hit. But I have a spell, I'm going to Hellish Rebuke it.
Okay.
When it does hurt me, which we both know is going to happen. So.
All right, so
Have a little faith, Shagget.
I have.
So the left-hand claw comes sliding in.
Yeah.
And digs into you. Yes, by all means, use your Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Rebuke it! Rebuke it!
Hoyuken. Okay.
Alrighty. Makes it save.
What the damage? It's sad.
Attempts to half, and it will fail. So,
Nice.
Hooray!
Yay!
8 points of burny fire damage. Okay. Its second claw. Also managed to find the mark.
Yeah.
So you are going to get a little bit of
hurt. Stabby.
A little bit of clawy goodness. Alright, as it comes diving in and like lunges up, you manage to kind of leap backwards. So it doesn't actually manage to impale you and dig its fingers underneath your rib cage. Instead, you feel the claws just kind of grind up from your stomach and arc up, leaving a huge big scar or kind of tear across your chest. Mostly it just really kind of rips into the flesh itself and tears open part of your beautiful robe. Didn't really hurt that much. Pain is not a thing for you. What do you care? But it definitely damaged your physical form. Alright.
Yeah, it reopened the stitches of my embalming.
Okay, now we shall roll initiative.
I bleed hay.
Because now things matter.
Oh, okay.
So everybody hurl those dice.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, that's pretty.
Ouch.
Tolgar's looking pretty. Snugs is looking good.
I'm always looking a little pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Tolgar is beautiful.
Forget. I always forget, you know?
Don't ever forget that.
It's hard.
Don't
hard to
ever
remember.
forget
He's a
it.
slab of meat and muscle.
Alrighty. And for chat, let's see where these little things are going. They're going
Is that your goal, Snugs? You still look like Tolgar.
Oh yeah. Getting a little under
Right
the
there.
call, you know.
Ooh.
Alrighty, so now we're into a regular initiative order.
can still
Tolgar,
do it.
you are definitely acting first above anybody else. You are in magical darkness, so you are attacking with disadvantage.
I hate that. But I'm enraged, so I'm not gonna do anything differently. As I just swing towards the thing in front of me. 2 times with some disadvantage.
Oh.
Yikers.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
boy.
should not do this.
Oh, no.
You
God,
feel
this is gonna be
frustration as you know that clearly you have hit neither time. Okay. Thelonious Conch.
Yeah.
Suddenly aware that out of nowhere you heard the rustling of bushes, the crashing of something fast and aggressive come bursting out of the undergrowth to your immediate right. From your peripheral vision, you can see this thing basically just appear out of nowhere and try to rip poor old Emlyn into shreds.
Okay.
Ironically, you also have one directly kind of catty-cornered to your right.
Yeah. My first question is, am I able to move over to this direction without incurring it to swipe at me?
Depends how you do it.
Well, I mean, I would go out, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of around.
Basically, if you use a movement to leave its range of attack, it will get the attack of opportunity.
That's what I'm asking. Okay, so then I am going to use my bonus action of Misty Step.
That's perfectly legit.
Okay.
So yes, it does. It won't. That will not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yep, so I'll pop that up. So I go 30 feet, and I'm
Pick a
going to
spot.
want to essentially go over here in this area.
Okay, move yourself to there.
So I'll hit that, and then as soon as I kind of reappear, I'll spin myself around, and 30th Conch! Because I'm really, really revving up for this one, and I'm going to cast a level 4
Yes.
magic missile at it.
All right.
Those are
Okay.
some pretty beans.
Because we need to hit this
Oh.
baby.
Hell yeah. The Thelonious Conch!
Yeah, 30th Conch! And it sounds really dope this time, not just my normal little...
He puts on his Gandalf reverberation
Yeah.
into his voice.
that real Gandalf.
Ooh.
That'll be-
Conch!
That'll
Did you
be...
use one of those like
It gets a little
microphones
darker
that you
for
get
a
as
few
like a
seconds while he
4-year-old
does
that's
it.
fake, but like
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a little spring in
A
it.
little, like,
yeah.
So is that 60? Is that
60? No, 60.
No,
Yeah,
64, right?
6d4
Plus six?
6.
Okay. And here we go.
Alrighty, 20 points of magical damage to the creature. That is the one that previously got shot by the Satchmo.
Yeah.
Alright, literally you see this thing as it's raising its claws. You're not sure whether it's about to attack Emlyn, whether it's about to attack Kyla, but as it does so, suddenly the magic missiles just barrage its back as it stumbles a couple of feet forward and has to kind of stop to regain its point of balance. Okay, good deal. Kyla.
Thank you. Ooh. Okay, it's not going to kill me this time. Okay.
Well,
that-
it may. It hasn't acted
may.
yet.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and cast Zephyr Strike because that's my favorite one.
Oh, Emlyn, I'm so sorry.
Leave Emlyn alone. Woo!
Yeah, I'm hoping it can do it. Because it gives the extra force damage, so I'm going to go ahead and populate that boy. Okay.
All right. Are you using the 30
Yeah, I'm
foot
going to use
movement?
it increases it hit or miss, so I have to take the shot first.
Right, yeah.
But
I
before
was
the
just
spell
curious if
ends,
that was
which
your
is
intent.
yeah, so I have to concentrate. Basically, I'm going to use that as an like a way to get away from this thing without it killing me, so I can shoot it.
So you get basically before the spell ends, you can make any one attack with advantage and deal an additional d8.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do with it.
All right, and as you know, it doesn't allow it to make an attack of opportunity. So,
yeah,
where are you moving to? Just
main
there.
Reason. Before taking the shot, and then I think I'm gonna try and wrap around to here after taking the shot.
All right, go ahead. Take your shot.
Here it goes.
Come on, Kyla.
Kyla, we're counting on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Kyla.
All right, plus D8 force damage.
Nice.
1d8 force damage. There it goes. Ooh.
Alrighty.
Average is good.
Average is great.
That wasn't dismal.
It wasn't dismal.
Okay, so now you're close enough to see this. The arrows definitely seem to be struggling to do much damage. They're like almost ricocheting off of it. That shot did a reasonable amount because you kind of saw as the arrow hit it, you saw like a little sonic boom, like that actually like rippled and opened up a very small wound on its upper left chest. But clearly, you're now realizing that the mundane arrows that you're launching from your bow seem to do little to nothing against this vile creature.
So I'm going to use the rest of my movement to basically wrap around here as quickly as I can, and while I'm running, I'm dipping an arrow in the sauce.
Okay.
Oh, sauce.
Opens up the bone cap. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay.
The chipotle sauce.
It is their turn. All right, Tolgar. The one that is up there with you is doing little more than trying to rip you apart.
It's succeeding. Oh.
Alrighty.
Succeeding.
Right. Does the 18 hit? Oh, it does.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Alrighty. Would normally be 17 points of damage as it starts to... You realize that as you were swatting forward, you realize the folly of your ways and why you missed it, because the attack clearly came from your left. It kind of grazes, and the first one grazes down your left forearm. The other one, as you kind of turn almost instinctively, is more of a blunt force trauma thump as the back of its hand kind of hits your elbow, just right kind of below your elbow onto your forearm. So it's like a boom, almost like a deliberate parry, but it was really more of an accidental parry. Okay, this one stops, poises itself, and stares at the web.
Come on, come on, come on.
Okay, what was the spell level and all that of your web?
15,
well, it's strength, right? So I think it's 15.
Yeah, it's not using strength.
Oh, I thought it was a strength.
If it tries to break free, it is.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I believe it's 15. Yeah, it's a 15 dex save. That was the original DC, so I assume it's the same for whatever you're going to do now.
All right, sure, we'll go with that.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I guess.
Is it a third level or lower spell?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, it doesn't have to do it.
What?
As it stares at it, you literally notice your web go...
No!
And just diminish into nothing. It just dispelled your web.
Yes, Max?
No, nothing.
Yeah, the first turn it was more in shock because it didn't realize what was happening. It finds this web on it, so out of just instinct, it starts to tear at it. But now it realizes that this was actually the work of magic, and it utilizes some kind of ability to eradicate your spell.
Okay.
New things, everybody! New things! New experiences all around!
Oh, that really makes Thelonious, like, real not happy.
Okay, unfortunately... your party fucked you, Emlyn. Because you have two of them, and they're basically flanking you.
Now, wait.
So
I have my back to the tree and surround the tree.
Yeah, that's fine. Half a move from here to here is all it takes.
No, see, that's cheating.
But hold on. No, things don't have to move. However, I will go ahead and say the other one isn't smart enough to move with it. So in order for this one to actually move around to the side, it will actually nullify its ability to flank.
Got it.
Really quick, Gore, I'm sorry to cut in. I'm just thinking. So, extra attacks in 5e, because I'm confused on them.
Okay.
I did the bonus action spell, then I shot, and then I moved. But I've gotten another attack.
How far did you move?
Well, with the thing, I get a bonus 30 feet.
Right, and you didn't go beyond that anyway. So in theory, you still have a shot. You just didn't take it. But I will allow you to take it now if you want.
Yeah, can I shoot it the same one I was shooting earlier?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that. I just wasn't...
Damage.
I'm learning.
No,
you're on 3.5 style.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, because we're bouncing from edition to edition every week. I'm not going to punish you for. You asked the question.
Okay.
Fair cop, and I'll absolutely retcon that for you.
Attack roll.
All right, there you go.
And I didn't dip it until I moved, so it wouldn't have done too much anyway, right?
That one would have been just a regular arrow, but yeah.
I will be using a reaction for Entropic Ward, so one of these attacks is with disadvantage.
All right.
Because I need
Call it. First one?
Sure. Make me feel better, Gore. Don't roll a 20, please. Because that'll make me really sad.
Hold on. I've got to make sure I get the macro right. Alrighty. I think I did it right.
Oh.
Yep. And
that misses.
Both of them were terrible.
Anyway.
So that one missed.
Yeah.
Congratulations, it would have missed anyway, but it still missed. Okay. I mean, is that what you said? Because it imposed effect on that roll. If the attack misses, your next attack roll against the creature has advantage.
Yep.
So you know that you have advantage on it against on the next round, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
When you get there.
Next one?
You're going to get there.
Also misses.
Very nice.
You're going to make it.
The one in front of you.
Yeah, right.
It's horrifying.
Where are we here?
Well, just roll Ogor, you know.
No, it's not attacking you.
Oh. Well, that doesn't instill me with any confidence.
Oh yeah, it does. You're happy. You're ecstatically happy.
Oh, okay.
Alright, suddenly you disappear in a ball of blackness. And Kyla, as you turn around and ready yourself, you literally see this huge big globe of black emerge. And that is all of them. Tolgar!
Shit. Holy shit.
Wait, what about me?
Emlyn, sorry. See, I said that to Squeegee Thursday. I said, don't feel bad. I try to skip players all the time. And funny enough, it's always you, isn't it?
I beautifully can see in magical darkness.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I am a happy, dying creature. I am in the cast.
It really helps you in no way that you can see in magical darkness. It just doesn't hinder you in any way.
Right. I am going to cast Vampiric Touch on the one that's right in front of me that's been taking the damage.
Please hit, please, for
once.
once.
The one that's taken most damage is the one behind you here.
Yeah, but can I
attack so you get advantage on it, I think.
But can I tell? I mean, in the heat of battle,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't get compromised, man.
Oh,
you're like,
You know that is the one that's been
that's the one that's been attacking
positioning.
me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the one in front of you is what attacked you, but that's the one that everyone else is waylaid on.
So.
Alrighty. 17 points of necrotic damage.
You hit it? You did it?
Yeah, he gets advantage on it too, yeah.
Ooh.
You hit with the Vampiric Touch in battle!
Yeah, bud.
Oh my god, you actually get to heal yourself! Half of that!
Spam them. I know it's not a 20, it don't matter. It's a first.
I'm a little better. Woohoo!
All right, yeah, that's 17 point. That's not bad at all. That's a what's that? A 9-point heal for you. The pros of being undead. Yeah, it sucks to heal yourself at any other time, but in a fight, you can kind of artificially keep yourself propped up. All right, Tolgar, now you're up, buddy.
All right. So I I just got hit, and also I failed hitting this thing, so I'm going to hold still, hold my sword up, and I'm going to ready my action to see if I can feel or hear it at a certain time, and attack when I feel like something brushes against me.
Just so you know, that makes a lot of sense. Aesthetically and mechanically, doesn't change anything.
So I can't ready my action?
You absolutely can, but it's not going to nullify the fact that you have disadvantage for being in magical darkness.
Okay, I'm just going to yell, what's your name? Theo!
I'm Dave. Hello, I'm Dave.
I was going to say Emlyn.
Did you forget my name? Theo! Say in the heat of battle.
Okay, yeah. Help.
Oh, okay.
Can't see.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to scream Theo?
Yes, and ready my action.
Okay, so yeah, you hear Theo emerge over somewhere from your left in a Tolgarish voice, no doubt,
blind!
somewhere deep inside the ball of black.
Okay, so and I can see the ball of black.
Very clearly. There is like a globe of intense magical darkness that should not be there here in the middle of the day.
Okay, I'm going to swivel over and see that, and I'm going to kind of look behind my shoulder at the enemy behind me, and I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on that thing.
Okay, as you're doing
I can
it,
do that too.
As you're doing it, and you glance over your shoulder, you notice the thing kind of gets down in a sprinter pose, and you realize that any second that literally it's coming for you.
I wanted to see me do this because I can do it too.
Okay.
I don't know what level it is, so I have to find it really quick. 3. Here we go. Okay, there's the spell.
Alright, so yeah, same thing. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher. Yeah. It's gone, buddy. You give it a taste of its own medicine, why don't you?
And after I cast it and I look back and I see it about to get me, I am going to scurry forward a little out of fear.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough bragging.
Yeah. Like,
old man running like...
Yeah. Like Shoju, but also.
Like, so can I see now then?
You can, yes.
I attack. Oh,
you held the action too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you held your action for Thelonious, and you still go before it does.
Sweet.
So that will apply. Yeah. Basically, you yelled Thelonious Conch as a free action, held your action.
Oh
yeah.
Oh my god.
21 and 21.
Yeah.
This is what happens now. He's pissed. All right.
Oh my god, that's so much damage.
Yes.
Okay, so you slash it with the first one, and it kind of matrix leans back as the blunt of the blade kind of just ricochets and bounces off of its firm head. However, it has compromised itself in that position, and unable to move any further, you're able to bring your sword up, and how do you want to kill it?
Yeah, the tongue. Absolutely, ripping the tongue off. Can I even just use my hands?
Well, not really. It's a sword.
Okay, I'll do it with my sword. I want to use my hands though.
Because that would mean you weren't attacking with a sword. You see.
Jane, wrap the tongue around the sword and pull like a spaghetti noodle.
Yeah,
like a spaghetti noodle.
Yeah, you wrap the tongue around it and then you pull and like push at the same, really quick, and it's just like right through his head.
Nasty.
This is why I don't normally ask you guys how you kill shit.
Well, that's why you should never ask Jane.
The reason I ask Jane is because she's always so bad at this. So it's
kill it until it's dead. And then, once it is dead, I will kill it more.
Or I'm gonna spaghetti noodle it.
Okay.
Okay, so basically you ram your sword into its throat, twist it around a couple of times, and as you pull the sword out, you see a long, slimy tongue kind of spiraled around it, and the base of the tongue rips clear out of the thing's mouth as it drops dead on the ground at your feet. Okay. Okie dokie. Theo, you've been Kyla. So yeah, there's this huge big blob of blacky crap in there. You are welcome to shoot into it. You have disadvantage. You'd have disadvantage anyway, so...
Yeah, no, that's... Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I kind of know where they are. They're a lot bigger than Emlyn, and Emlyn's already dead, so...
Shoot blindly and hope that something yelps.
Ouch! If it
False
yelps,
stone, don't
then I'm in trouble. If it just screeches and dies, still trouble. But you know, that's what I'm here for, so... This is going in with disadvantage. Hopefully hitting the one in front of me.
Oh, you would have gotten that too.
So close, but no cigar. Okay, the arrow goes... whew, and doesn't hit anything. You hear no yelps or screams.
Yeah, so then, knowing the bow's just not going to work at this point, and feeling kind of bad that he's probably dead.
Again.
Yeah, again. I'm going to actually pull out my dagger and dip that in the gunk.
Okay.
And charge in with it first.
So
the direction.
You shot. So basically, you shot your arrow.
Yeah. And then I'm using
change
my
to
move
dagger
and my bonus
dip
attack.
it.
Yeah.
So that would use your other action, but not your move.
Okay.
So you can still move, but you can't attack.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do that.
So it's up to you if you want to get in the dark or if you want to poise and wait.
I'm going for it. I saw the other dark disappear and the thing die, so I'm a little less terrified of these things now.
There we go. In you go. Alrighty, it is their turn. Well, the first thing is this one is making every effort it can to get to Thelonious, which it will do with ease, but not with enough left to actually do him any harm this turn. Being that these things are just full-on aggressive, it's not tactical enough to run halfway and hide behind a tree or anything like that. It just is out for blood. So it gets to you, but won't be able to attack you. Okay, we have these two in here. Kyla, you didn't attack, so it doesn't really know you're here yet. So unfortunately, Emlyn...
That's okay.
That means that you still have their full attention. Okay, so the one that is badly injured already slashes at you with its first claw. Do you have anything to reactionary?
No.
All right. No. And its second claw. Both of those hit.
Yeah.
The other one...
Looking great. This
is
looking the opposite of great.
All right. So basically, you just got gang mauled by both of them from either side. They just dive in and start tearing.
So my vampiric touch is a concentration, so I think I have to do concentration for each attack, right?
You do.
See if I can maintain it, right?
Yep. So basically, that's 4 concentration rolls.
Okay, so let's do this.
Come on.
All right, it's not that hard to do, but 4 times maybe.
Do you want to roll the damage first, and then I roll concentration, or should I just roll
do the concentration first?
All right.
We'll let you see if you have.
Yeah, that probably won't fly.
Actually, no. I've got to do the damage first. But if you do it that way, I've got to do the damage per attack. So let me do them individually.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to last this single one. But hey, maybe you'll roll low.
Maybe I'll roll really low, and maybe it won't murder you or anything like that.
It's possible.
All right. Okay. So this is going to be per attack. So the first one will do 12.
Yep. No, that's.
So what is it? Yeah. So I mean, obviously, I lost it. Okay. Right, because concentration is 8 plus the damage dealt, or half the damage.
You're thinking 3.5.
Yeah, I think it's just...
In 5e, concentration is different.
Doesn't it just...
Well, it's like 10 or...
Okay.
So it's basically the DC is 10 or half the damage that you took, right? So it would either be 10 or 6. So in this case, it would be 10. So you actually just passed that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Basically, if you take 20 or more damage, then you really worry about the damage, not the concentration roll.
Right. Makes sense. Okay.
All right. So next one. This is from the same one. This will be 14, so it's still going to be a 10.
Are you still alive? Like.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So you pass. So you still have it. So you've taken a total of 26 damage so far.
Yeah, I'm still very much alive. Or undead alive.
Very much undead.
You're very much
All right,
unalive.
that's another 14.
Jesus, God!
Sorry, dice as they are.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
And you still got it.
Okay.
But still, ouch. Not fun.
And the final insult's for 13.
on.
Holy shit! Look at those damage rolls, man.
What?
Huh.
Yeah, still got it. All right.
Okay.
So, do you realize that
my
was 3?
God.
Basically, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ow!
Did I get all 4? Yeah, 12, a 14, a 14, a 13. That was some nasty damage. A 6, a 7, and 2 8s. Sorry, my dice hate you, apparently, tonight. But you are still alive, but you are definitely shit-canned from that one.
Oh, yeah.
If Emlyn screamed when he got hit, he would have been making lots of terrible noises. Under the circumstances, probably didn't make any at all. They're making more noise than he is. Emlyn, you get to retaliate.
No, I'm getting the F out. I am at, like, very low, so I am dimensioning door out of there. It's not concentration, so it doesn't blank out and anything.
Where you gonna go?
I am gonna
now,
go.
here's the thing. It can be placed. It can be a place that you can see once you can visualize, or one that you can describe by stating a distance and direction. So, really, you rather than measure, you've kind of got to say that direction and this many feet, because you can't see where you're aiming.
Oh, because of the tree?
No, because you're in magical dark. Oh no, you can see. You're in magical darkness. You're fine. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, so you can.
If this thing is focused on Theo, I'm gonna be a little ballsy, and I'm gonna dimension door right behind it, quietly, hoping to get a flank off for Theo.
Oh come on, you're not gonna do the old ninja tactic, like get perfectly in position, and then right before you attack, you scream as loud as you can.
Not
Behind you.
Emlyn appears screaming, "Dimension door!"
No, I do dimension door, bitches, and I get out of there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. So you emerge directly behind that Talgar with the grayish sticky ichor still on your sword. The kind of slimy tongue slides down and drops off the blade. What do you want to do now? There's a ball of magical darkness to your left, and Emlyn, Theo, and one of these furry little... they're not furry at all. Nasty little creatures is right in front of you.
Okay. I see that one then. That's the only one I see. Correct?
That's the only one you see. I mean, you can clearly see a globe of magical darkness, so you know there's one in there. What you don't know is who's in there with it. A quick assessment will let you know it's clearly not Emlyn, and it's clearly not Thelonious.
Okay. I am going to run in then. I'm running in. Let's see. Save yourself. And
I think
I'm going
you
to attack.
have enough movement, even running around the trees, to get there with your regular move, so you may still attack!
Perfect. Alright. I'll swing twice, and I won't
this
miss.
one has not yet been wounded or injured in any way.
Okay. Ooh, 20!
Oh, there's the natural 20. And guess what?
Natural 20!
Nice.
Was that a crit or something?
It certainly was. So, Jay Nirvana gets a natural 20. Alrighty. And a crit. So, what's that? 20. Ooh. 30 points from the first one. 48 points. Not a bad opening round. Okay, yeah, you charge over with the weight of your full force behind it. You slam into it with the first one, rearing back and kind of pummeling into it with the second one. It does its best to duck out of the way, but both blows land solidly upon its personage. Thelonious Conch. fortunately for you, Tulgar has now clearly got its attention.
Okay, perfect. So I can move it safely if Tulgar rushed in there?
If you break from it, it can still choose to attack an opportunity on you. It may not, because it can only do one.
Right. You know what? I need... Okay, no, you know what? I'm gonna do my best to kind of like duck behind Tulgar to, try to use him as cover and break out of the engagement from him.
Okay.
First.
It doesn't attack you because even though the mechanics say it can, I say bullshit, as you guys know, to mechanics and try to cling to realism for combat. Tulgar just plowed into this thing, unloaded a can of whoop arse on it. The last thing it's worrying about is, where did the little wizard boy go? So it's not going to attack an opportunity to you because I'm going to say it's clearly too distracted to be able to really warrant the thought process to do that.
Okay. Okay, do I...
Now he steps back in and pokes it with his dagger.
Now I'm trying to see... Okay, I would want to get all these stupid magic bubbles that I hate personally as Thelonious Conch off the board. So I would, again, cast Dispel Magic on the one that I can see right in front of me.
Yes.
All right, yep.
Oh, surprise, you're alone!
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyla's like... Can you imagine, Kyla suddenly realizes she's in there with two of them by herself. Not a fun revelation, really, I can imagine.
Yeah, and I would say, again, as I kind of turn
versus
tail...
pissing your pants.
And I would kind of get behind this tree. I'll leave myself on the map, but I'd kind of position myself hidden behind the tree back here.
Okay, that's fine.
Say, Kyla, get out of there! You're the last one over! As I kind of...
Kyla. All right, Kyla, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
This, right here, is why I kill bastards and don't save them.
This whole party is nothing but a fuck you and save myself type of group. So it's like, whenever you voluntarily go in to help somebody, you have to remember they will screw you given the chance. Every man for himself.
Gonna cast my second of 3 ranger spells.
It's all fair in love and war, right?
I'm glad I can do this more than once.
Alright, yeah, you're Zephyring again. I totally would do that.
So yeah, I'm gonna slash at this guy's back. Right. Give him a 1-2 and just get
you said you got a dagger out, right?
Yep.
Sauce dagger, right?
It's got sauce.
It's got the sauce,
Dagger sauce.
It technically is from behind, so it could be a crit. You could get the extra crit damage if you hit.
Hey, Kyla, hit.
Hey, Kyla, hey, real quick.
Hey,
Kyla?
Yeah. Hey, Kyla, why don't you hit, please?
I don't like the backseat game, but could you hit it though?
It's time
Would you
for
consider
Kyla
this a
to
roll with
show
advantage?
her quality.
Yeah.
Would you consider this a roll with advantage?
Wouldn't be with advantage.
Doesn't even know about me.
Well, you're not actually stealth or hidden, so it doesn't not know about you. It just...
I'm getting mixed signals, but okay.
No, I mean, it's attacked from behind, which allows... hang on. It's a hit anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so you get your critical damage. Oh, hang on a second, though. Do you automatically get crit damage? You get advantage on anything that you're... Okay, in that case, for you, yes, it would have been with advantage. Sorry, my bad. I forget that that's a thing for you.
Yeah, it's weird.
Doesn't matter because you hit it anyway.
It's a good class thing. Okay, so here, have some sneak attack and some... What, the dip is how much damage?
I'll tell you after the fact.
Okay.
Should you roll again to try to get a 20 maybe? No?
Yeah, but
nah.
Okay.
You can.
No 20s for her.
You do have the advantage. You've hit. So if you want to roll it again and try to get a 20 for crit.
Yeah, here's the other roll.
Oh, that was
not
close.
the damage.
It was a much better hit, but that's the thing is you technically are going to have to take that instead. So.
I didn't know that.
If it was advantage rolled, yeah.
Because it would be, that's the one that would have counted. So it did 4 damage plus 12. All right.
Well, if I just rolled the other 20, it wouldn't have done the extra damage roll.
Huh?
If I just rolled the extra 20, it wouldn't have been the extra damage roll.
That's true too. But whatever.
No, that's right. No, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right. 7. So 7 and 12. Okay. And throw another 2d8 in there for the sauce.
2d8.
Yes, sauce it up.
Sauce it up.
Sauce it up. Sauce it up. Sauce it up. Yes.
24
that-
plus
do that
7,
again, please.
31 points
Do that
of
again.
saucy damage.
Sauce it up.
And
Sauce
get
it up.
another attack,
Sauce it up.
too. But this one doesn't get any of the benefits, it's just a d4.
Yeah, this is a pretty weak ass attack, but
Yeah, it's my follow-up, you know?
Yeah.
It's like anything.
This is it.
This
Turns
one's just
around and
like,
glares at him. He's like, "Oh,
here's one more, I'm gonna get out of here now.
Nice.
all right,
The
okay."
sauce would all be
But
gone
yeah,
by the time
that
I'm
was a
through.
pretty hellacious attack on a not overly badly hurt one. So good job for that. All right, it is.
I'm
however,
just gonna
their
be like,
turn.
nothing personal, and then because that's.
And then
the
you
move.
Zephyr. Oh, you're gonna Zephyr to there?
I'm gonna Zephyr out of that. I was trying to.
Okay,
move.
I didn't know if
Let me
you
get
literally were
a
Zephyring
clue.
into melee range of
Yeah,
this
I can
thing,
move
or...
60. I can move 60.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna hang out with my wizard friend.
All right. We're hanging out with the wizard.
Choice.
Alrighty, this one, seeing that it has got a Tolgar in its face, is going to do a little more than defend itself and slash at Tolgar.
Yes. 1.
Hit you once.
The 1.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not much
Chump
damage to a
change.
Tolgar. 6.
Oh,
Alrighty.
That's how
Okay, the other two
that's
kind of
basically-
poison look as
What,
they
did a
realize that
baby
their
try to
quarry
hit me?
is no longer in sight, glancing around and looking to see where should we go next.
On vacation.
To Aruba.
Take a little tonguecation, you know?
small bungus.
Toncation.
Just hold tongues and walk off.
Do you think so? They greet each other?
Maybe they should go to Tonga. Do I get advantage on my next attack for that great pun?
Yeah.
No, I think that imposes disadvantage for life, actually. All right, so one
I
attack.
loved
The
it.
other two basically are charging as best as they can. They can cover the distance, but cannot
Ouch.
get any attacks in.
Oh god.
So, Emlyn, you're up.
Oh man,
You still
I'm
have vampiric touch up.
I'm gonna do an equivalent of a backstab on the one that Tolgar's fighting. No, I'm gonna. Yeah, it's flank. So that's what I mean. I'm
Yep,
gonna try
you
to
get
dig
advantage.
into its abdomen and steal whatever I can.
Suck the life out of it.
Oh,
For 22 necro
Nice.
damage. That's not bad at all. All right. So you heal 11.
yeah.
Exactly what you said happens. You thrust your arm in through its back, realizing that you find a spinal column. So gripping hold of it, you yank back as hard as you can, and the thing collapses at your feet dead.
Question: how come he didn't have to describe?
Well,
his
he did
kill?
describe it. He said it before the attack.
It was like a Super Saiyan punch, you know.
He literally
Gorgeous.
said, "I'm gonna stick my hand
I
into
know,
its
but-
abdomen from behind."
It's easier.
So this thing is.
So you
within-
ended it. Yeah, that one's dead.
Is this thing in my threatened range? Because I would get GTFO, but I,
Absolutely, it is. Yeah,
Still kind of worth it, maybe.
it's breathing down your throat, about to slash you.
ah shit. So if I move, it could get an attack off. Ah,
Kid
But
and
if you
hang
stay,
on.
it can get 2.
I know. Oh, this could end really poorly. I'm gonna try to get out of the threatened range.
Hammer Time says, "I appreciate Snugs. Without him, the square below Gore would look weird."
Yes, I'm here just for aesthetics. I'm okay.
Yes. So Gore, I'm
Symmetry.
gonna try to get on the other side of Tolgar. So I'm gonna possibly get killed right here.
All right, seeing as there's nothing actually imposing it and it was aiming for you, it will take a swipe at you because there's no
makes
logical
sense.
reason why it wouldn't. So yeah, as you try to duck
Oh
aside,
no!
it lashes at you with
Oh
its claws.
no!
You didn't get
no.
healed?
One is better than two, guys. One is better than two.
You didn't get healed from the vampiric touch?
I did.
You got 11 points.
Oh, that's
and
a
it
good
catches
hit.
you.
Okay.
Okay.
The good news is...
Oh, I know how much you have. Uh-oh.
The good news is...
Oh,
13.
Oh, it does exactly what I have.
Oh my god! I almost just fell back out of my chair. So
you're, are you zeroed? Are you zeroed?
Zero.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
As he begins to run, the thing, and you see Emmeline kind of stumble and fall as he's knocked forward. He comes crashing into the ground. A small amount of dirt goes up as he hits, as he slides about 2 feet, and then no longer moves.
He's dead.
Again. Tolgar.
Yeah, I'm...
Yeah, so you just massacred the one in front of you, or the one that is directly in front of you. You saw it get its spine ripped out from behind.
Okay.
There are 2 breathing down your neck right now.
Pick up the spine and use that as a weapon. But I don't do that. I'm going to turn to my right, to my left, sorry, and attack the one that seems closest to me. Still enraged, ready to kill. Oh, another 20!
Damn!
Yes! On
Giving
fire.
away all the dice tonight.
Yeah, they're all getting given away tonight.
Natural 20!
What a god.
That was a pretty good roll, and yeah, that gets a crit in as well. Not bad.
Yeah.
You crit your pants!
Okay, so all right, that's yeah. You can give me another description. You just ended that one.
Sorry, I got so nervous. Gore just clean right in half. I swipe left and then right, and it just goes, and then it slides off. The top half falls onto the ground.
Alright.
It.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do this. I'm so bad at D&D.
Crap at D&D.
I'm so bad at D&D. I've been playing this long.
I fail at D&D live. All right, Thelonious. There is one of these left that you can tell on the other side of Tolgar.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there's really not, because I can't, like, even if I were to cast Thunderbolt, Firebolt, I'd have to move, right? Would it be too much to? I guess it would be too much, right?
You've got plenty of room to move, either to the left or the right.
Okay, yeah. So I'll peek out, and I'll just use Thunder. Oh, God, I keep saying Thunderbolt. Firebolt.
Thunderbolt.
Thunder, Firebolt. Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Stick out. Yikes.
Yeah, not with that. Not with that.
Yep.
You're not.
Yep.
Okay. You go to cast the Firebolt. As you do so, your long open robe catches on a branch, and you're like, and it veers off to the left, and a small, smoldering section of a tree over here begins to catch fire.
Roll those up when you're fighting.
Damn with its sleeves.
All right, Kyla.
Yeah, I just saw Emmeline go down again, and it wasn't my fault this time, and that's upsetting. So I'm gonna wrap around here, and let me get a measure, just make sure I'm doing this right. Well, yeah, that's probably, yeah, I'd probably have to just cut straight, wouldn't I? And I'm just gonna try and get behind this one here. And I'm gonna continue with the knife play, because it seemed to work last time.
You dosing it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna dose it.
Did I give you a number of doses?
You did.
Okay. Just make sure you're keeping track of
Are
them.
you running out of them?
Did I give you a dose, Sash?
Oh
no! No, you should still have quite a few left, but
I do.
But I'm just making sure that you guys do know that it is not a never-ending resource. So that's the thing.
Yeah. Down. That's not good. But yeah, I'm not having this. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and get a good position behind him and slap him with the blade. Slap him with the blade. I don't know. Does this count as flanking?
Yep, it does, because Tolgar is across the plane from it.
Okay. Then here we go. It's this, right? And then that. Yep. And then this.
All right, that's a hit with the dagger. Did you put a dose on it or no?
You did.
Yeah, he said he did.
Okay, all right. So you get your normal sticky damage because it is critical.
Sticky damage.
All right.
And this is the.
And then you get the 2d8 of the demon blood stuff. All right, so.
Oh, actually, take off that 4 at the end there. The 1d8 isn't there.
Okay, so it's actually 10.
Yeah.
All right. All right, you give it a nasty stab from behind. Alrighty.
And I guess I'd swing again because I can.
All right, let it have it. Hey, every 4 counts.
Since he's still flanked.
Yep. So you still have advantage.
Why didn't it roll it this week?
I don't know.
That looks like a hit, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okie dokie. There you go. It is its turn. Let me have a quick look at this thing. Okay, so it's going to do something that none of the others have done so far. It has a natural ability, as well as the ability to dispel and use magical darkness. It can do other shit too, and this is the perfect opportunity to do it. So what it in fact does is suddenly become lighter in air and starts to levitate up in the air. As it begins to go straight up, Tolgar and Kyla, you may both make an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Can I try to just jump up and grab it instead of attacking?
You can try to grapple it as an attack of opportunity. You can try to grab hold of it.
Yeah, I want to do that.
And since he's flanked, do we still get advantage on these attacks?
He wouldn't be flanked once he's kind of up in the air.
Okay.
But alright, so Tolgar and Kyla. So Kyla gets a good lick in with a dagger.
Nice.
And catches its leg as he goes up. Oh, yeah.
Tolgar.
So no, you didn't get it.
Do you have advantage on strength checks or anything?
It pretty much just levitates.
Well, that wasn't a strength check; it was a grapple.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It levitates straight up into the air, out of your initial reach. However, it does levitate, not fly, so it can't actually go anywhere. It's just got up there, out of the way, and now it's kind of looking down at you, hissing, and you can see. Maybe it's a look of panic. Maybe it's a look of desperation. Maybe it's a fuck you look. Who knows? But there's definitely a change in its expression on its face. And Emlyn, it is you.
So here's some funny things that happen. Being undead, when I go to 0, I'm disabled, so I get 1 action per round.
Yep.
And as well as the death saving throws. So I'll do that first, because knowing my luck.
Alright, that's a pass for you.
Oh.
I will do a concentration check, because I want to keep my vampire touch.
Yeah.
Because I want to use it on someone. So 13. Hoping I roll over. Good.
Okay.
I want to use vampiric touch on Tolgar because he's right there. So I want to reach out and grab his arm.
Reach out and touch somebody.
So
okay.
I fell because of the hit, but I'm not dead. I'm not dead. You know.
Yeah.
And I do want to just reach and grab your leg.
He doesn't die. His body becomes destroyed and no longer inhabitable.
So is this just a regular attack? I guess it is.
Yep, it's a regular melee attack. And
I like that we just talked about this too.
What's your AC, Tolgar?
18.
Is that including your dex, though?
That is including my dex. So if we take away the dex, then it's only 14.
You have to remember, if you're attacked by attacks that you're unaware of or whatever, you don't get your dex AC.
14!
So actually, he would hit you. So Tolgar, you take 17 points of necrotic damage. Emlyn, you heal 8 points of necrotic. So you're actually sustained as you dig your claws into Tolgar's ankle and start to siphon the life out of him.
It's not psionic.
It's like we said earlier.
Sorry, Tolgar.
But I'm going to say to him, it's like the deer earlier. You knew this would happen. As I siphon it from you and get stronger and feel my strength
As long as
return.
you feel better about yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that Emlyn is digging into your ankle, you're still enraged. It's just, so that's not going to phase you. This thing is in front of you, up above you, and you can't reach it to hit it with a melee weapon. What do you want to do?
Roll me.
You're talking to me, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I am gonna take out my axe and just go and just
All right.
try to see if I can hit it somehow.
So you're going to throw your battle axe at it.
I'm gonna throw my battle axe at him. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, throwing
All right.
axes. So, do I do? What would be a ranged attack for me?
Yeah. Low, probably.
20. It's Dex
Maybe.
plus 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
Technically, there'd be other factors in it, but I don't care about them right now, so just roll a ranged attack. Throwing a battle axe is not really the same as throwing a...
Oh my god!
There we go. All right. So here's
I'll roll
literally
for
what
dex save.
happens.
Yeah.
You rear back and hurl the battle axe. The battle axe goes up in the air,
Oh
and it goes over the thing's head. And it lands somewhere in the upper branches of
Okay.
this tree,
It's gonna-
but it doesn't come back down.
no! That was gonna land on my face.
It's like, ooh, no, actually, it lands on Kyla's face. No,
That's why
yeah,
I
no,
rolled
it's
the
in the
dex
tree
save.
and it's not come back down. You can't even see it. It's in the upper branches somewhere.
Reminds me of getting all my kites stuck in
What I should have
trees
done is had the
going
thing
up.
catch it and hurl it back at you. Kind of, like out of,
Fire and ice, yeah.
no, well, no, there's that, and also I really like the, the Big Trouble in Little China with Jack. Yeah, but no, it's not that step. It's not.
It
that
lands on
step.
Emlyn and Emlyn dies.
It finishes Emlyn off. Alrighty, okay. Theo! Now, of
All right,
course,
I'm gonna-
you have ranged attacks, of course. So
do, so
for
I'm
you,
gonna
it's
peek out-
actually easier to hit because it's above all the melee and right there, glowing in the peripheral sunlight.
Yeah, I'm gonna peek out and see it doing more magic stuff, and I'm gonna get again like angry at it. And then looking at it, can I see if it's hurt a good amount? Like, can I tell if it's kind of on its last legs?
It's
or can I
definitely
discern
hurt.
that?
It's hard to tell how.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, but you know what? Because I'm so enraged by them using more magic, that's kind of my thing. I'm gonna again wind up Felonious Conch and fire a magic missile level 2
Okay.
at it because I want to make
3d4
sure I hit it.
plus 4. No, 3d4. 3d4 plus 3.
No, it's. Oh, is it? I thought it was 3D. Isn't it 3d4 on its base level? No, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, so I'm casting it one more level. So
Oh, okay,
4d4
sorry, yeah.
plus 4, right?
Oh, you cast. Oh, you did say level 2.
I did.
Okay,
yes.
no, sorry, yeah, no, you're right. Then 44.
I'm learning.
Alrighty, 16 points of magical damage. I'm going to make a concentration roll for it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's good.
Nope, it's still in the air. Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Stupid.
Kyla,
Ah, man.
you
okay.
have shooty things.
I do have shooty things. And he's just kind of sitting up
Oh,
there.
and the reflexes, that's it.
I just love the idea of this like monster going.
It's kind of up there, just kind of going,
It's just floating.
like, it knows that being down there is bad, but it also hates being up here because it can't do much at this point.
I'm gonna back up just a little bit to get a cleaner
A
shot and
Macy's
just be
Day
like,
Parade.
Tolgar, we're going to have to do some training later. I'm just gonna go ahead and
You need someone
plug
to
it a
teach
couple
you
times
battle
here.
axe hurling.
I'm just leaving it a regular
Amount of practice.
bow
You
attack.
should ask it if it can get your axe back while it's up there. While you're up there near the tree, can you get my axe back?
Shot.
Oh!
Natural 20!
That's a lot of 20s that you have to dole out for.
Actually, I'm just updating him because I'm missing one from Jane.
Yeah, James
yeah,
rolled
you are.
like 8.
No, she's
Oh,
on
yeah,
2.
you are.
So when I told everyone to vote for Snugs today, what I really meant was anyone
So
else.
she's rolled 2, Emlyn's rolled 1, now Kyla's rolled 1. That's 4 sets of dice I'm giving away so far today.
Damn.
See, chat, love these players for you tonight because they're earning you dice with every nasty roll.
You quit your pants!
Alrighty. So with your longbow, it will be 14 with an additional 7 points. Are you dosing or no?
I didn't dose.
Okay.
Because I figure he's not going anywhere and I can just do this all day.
Well,
you a heroin addict or
but you didn't have to because this time, as it looked down to hiss at you, you rear back and point your arrow, and how do you want to finish it off?
I'm just going to snap it. And then kind of taking a hint from the tongue kind of wrapped still on the sword there. Just going to send it straight through the mouth. It's a little long and weird. The tongue swirls around it, kind of trying to like deflect it, like, hey, no, get that arrow out of my face. And it's just like, no, arrow goes into your face. And then kind of stabs in, stabs out, and he just kind of slowly unlevitates for a second and then just shlump.
All right, it drops out of the sky and splatters to the ground beneath.
And then I kill it
these
till it's
vile,
dead.
horrid creatures finally dispatched as you breathe a sigh of relief. And then nothing but faint chirping of crickets and foresty sounds can be heard as the ground around you is littered with strange demonic forms.
Does
Alrighty.
anyone know what these are?
I'm going to stand up and look at them, give it a little kick. Do I know what they are? I mean, they're demons, obviously, right?
Well, if you have, I would allow Knowledge Arcana, or if you happen to speak a certain language, like
Italian.
maybe Abyssal.
I have Infernal, yeah.
Do you have Infernal or Abyssal?
It's Infernal.
Okay, then that's different. Okay, in that case, Knowledge Arcana roll.
I speak Abyssal.
Do you?
I do.
Thelonious speaks Abyssal?
Yeah, that's one of the things he studied.
All right.
It's a very powerful language. So
I want to
that's
hear
one of the
you speak
language-
Abyssal with your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. You speak Abyssal. What is your let me see here. What is your natural? What is your Arcana base? Your passive.
I don't.
Be the number in the blue column.
17.
Oh yeah, you don't need to roll. You know what this is. Incidentally, it's always a good idea to ask that question at the beginning of a fight, because I won't tell you unless you ask.
Okay.
But you could have done and said, "Do I know what these are?" And then I could have told you. In which case, then you would have been maybe a bit more. But we're going to say in the heat of battle, you really didn't pay that much attention. And then afterwards, like, oh, wait, these are so-and-sos. Okay, yeah, they were Babao demons. 5e Babao demons.
Little Bow Wow demons?
Yeah. Babao. Brown chicka bow bow demons.
They kind of lost some of their
the long
spunk.
tongues, you see.
What happened to their spunk? Their 3.5 spunk, with the acid coating and stuff?
Well, in this, they get other stuff, like innate spellcasting, like darkness, dispel magic, fear. They can do weaken gaze, which they did on you. There's a whole bunch of stuff they can do. But they're only CR4 here, so they're not particularly spunky, as it were. But in any case, you have dispatched 4 of the unlucky creatures, and that's a really good stopping point almost for well, I'd say that. It's 10 o'clock. Y'all just want to push it for 30 minutes and be done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Or is anybody dying for a piss?
I'm good.
I mean, not for a piss.
I mean, I'm always dying for a piss, but,
I'll tell you, we will take a... I'm good if everybody else is good, but we'll just take a second. We'll let Satch take a quick break if he needs. So we'll do that.
Oh, I do, Gore.
So I'll shut our Satch. And anyone else need to go, or are you all? Everyone else is solid.
Good.
All right. Okay. Well, you can discuss stuff. Just don't do anything too active without the smatch mo.
All right,
What's the major plan, guys?
I'm going to turn to Emlyn and say, do you need to do that again?
Look at all these magic items. I picked them all up and don't give any of them to Satchmo.
Yes, but I'm concerned that we might encounter more dangers down the road, and we need you to stay up as well.
Wow. You're being selfless.
And as I say that, I'm going to do another attack on her.
On me?
If you don't attempt to resist it, he
Okay.
does not have to roll. He just does the damage. So it will hit, as he will drain you for 17 points of necrotic damage.
Got it.
And if you're no longer enraged, then that would be all of that.
Never said I ended my rage yet.
Well, that's why I'm asking the question. I mean...
No, I was still enraged, but now I will end my rage.
Everything's dead, and I'm still pissed off.
Everything's dead.
Okay, alright. Yep,
Okay.
so Emlyn, that's a 9-point juice.
Yeah. I'm still torn up a little bit, but yeah.
It's really, it's kind of interesting how Emlyn can't heal in any natural way, but he can basically, you know, he can use the other party members as a battery.
I'll go look around
Give me a jump start.
while we're sitting here for squirrel, rabbits.
Get your I told God, isn't your axe? And I'll just
Up
kind
the
of
top
point
of
up
this
to the tree.
yeah, somewhere.
I'm gonna look up. Oh yeah. Please get that for me. And I'm gonna wander around.
Okay. Anything natural, rabbits, deer, anything sensible, even furry squirrels, they're the hell out of this area after all this crazy went on.
What about two of the rats by the corpse?
Even they were further down south. They might still be there because they were preoccupied with.
So yeah, I would walk down the path.
You want to go down and dig the rats out from inside the rotten deer
and siphon them. Yeah, I'll get whatever I can get, man.
You can get a point out of each.
Nice.
Yay!
That's as much as you can get from a rat. Is 1 point. What I should do is I should start making it to where whatever you drain it from, somehow you start to gain its mannerisms.
I like that. You'd be half Tolgar by now.
Yeah, you'd be all bulged up. Be like steroids.
Steroids.
But your little undead peewee would be teeny tiny.
What?
Hey!
What? Where did that go?
Steroid thing.
Oh, that's right, because Tolgar has a tiny dick. That's right.
Wait, when did we discuss
That
this?
was a conversation we had a while ago. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Why did you have that conversation?
It just came up.
Was it when I was talking about my loinberry?
Was this on or off stream?
No. Oh, it was off stream. Absolutely
off
off stream. Yeah.
Even cooler.
Yeah, the truth is Jane actually has a bigger dick than Tolgar does, so that's...
See, Junk Farmer remembers.
What?
I think
go back to normal once she gets off the juice, exactly. Well, that was my point, see? They were talking about, you know, I'm all buffed up like I'm on steroids, so that was my logic, you know.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I honestly think it
bigger.
happens... I think I was streaming and we were just talking D&D and Junk and Neo Gambit and all. We just went into it and it became a thing. It was a very fun night.
That's how most things happen. They just occur, you know. They just get stumbled upon.
Tolgar knows it's how you use it.
All right. Okay, so you have a hunt around other than the two rats. Thelonious Conch, you, my 70-plus-year-old friend, do you feel like climbing a tree to
No, I'm absolutely not.
to get an axe down for a athletic barbarian?
No, I was gonna wait because I think Kyla's still up here with me. So when she comes back, I was gonna see if she climbs up and grabs it, and I'll kind of assist if I can in some sort of way.
You would go grab it for me.
Yeah. Well, we can assume that happens, and I'm guessing if none of that happens, Tolgar's going to go get it his damn self. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we spend the next 5 to 10 minutes on the ground while somebody retrieves Tolgar's axe.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and with that, 'cause
Okay.
I know we were kind of busy exhuming a body, so I'm gonna head back down. Oh, did you guys not go over there? I'm sorry, I thought I saw you go over there. Nope. Okay, never mind then. I'm still here, and I'll say, I believe there's a body that's half dug up back down where we started before the slight interruption.
The body is actually fully dug up and laying on the... so basically it's laying on the ground. The sheets that it was wrapped in have been ripped open.
Yeah,
and
I
basically it's
that.
just a young 14, 15-year-old girl that's kind of laying like this in a peaceful dead pose. At the last thing that had happened, Emlyn had looked, but didn't notice any obvious cause of death just by glancing. Satchel's back. Okay. Yeah, so here. I'll tell you what, just because I can, Of course, if I could actually spell the damn word, it would make life easier.
Latigia isn't a normal word, you know?
Purposely.
Aww.
Alright. There's your dead girl.
Dead girl. Cool.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice dress.
Alright, so, yeah, you know.
Unless it used to be white.
They dressed her.
It did used to be white.
And as I said, her arms are kind of crossed over her, you know, body like this, and at first glance, there was no visible sign of death.
All right.
I think we're all just giving it once over.
Yeah, I'm gonna push her onto the other side to see if I had any more.
All right. So she flops over.
Yeah.
You still can't see any visible wounds. Again, all you can really see is her, like, arms, hands, and neck and head area. Anyway, so.
Don't act like you're all decent now, and I'm just gonna start undressing her.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you start carefully removing the clothing so that you can do a proper autopsy. And yeah, then it becomes very clear why this young girl is not alive. You see that there is a large cut, a big cross-shaped cut right in the center of her chest. The skin has been kind of put back, but you can see by the strange bumps and lumps that her ribs were probably broken under there.
That's never a good sign. Anybody want to pop
medicine
that
roll if you're really paying that much attention, Snatchmo?
Medicine roll, medicine roll, medicine. Ooh.
So the cross, it's a very neat, clean cut mark. This was not a rough and rugged attack. This wasn't like something, you know, tried to tear her chest open, not like the deer where its throat's missing. It looks like that was more of a surgical thing.
Does it look like there were any signs of struggle? Like, at all?
Okay,
like...
there are black... there's a lot of bruising where the blood is kind of pooled in and around both wrists, letting you realize that she was probably restrained at the time.
Someone's doing some pretty bad things.
What's wrong with her?
She was restrained and cut open, it looks like. I don't know exactly why.
So
Is
close.
her heart still there?
Best to check.
Alright. So yeah, if you kind of peel the skin flaps back and you can see where the ribs were already broken out. So imagine if somebody did just cut across, bust open your ribs above the heart, and then removed the heart, and then just stuck the ribs back in and flopped the clap. That's literally what happened to this girl.
Emlyn, this seems like something up your alley.
She definitely had her heart removed, not ripped out.
Oh.
While she was still alive from the looks of it.
Well, the thing is, if this was done by the person in the tower, why would they bother burying it and marking it next to the road of the town?
Well, perhaps a friend of hers found her and quickly rushed out and then had to bury her because he was not safe. I don't know.
Or the entire town is complicit.
It could be that, as well as, I mean, well, again, when we were in Bamforth, they didn't want to bury the demonically desecrated bodies with the rest, as it might harm the hallowed grounds or whatever it is that those goodies refer to.
That's gotta be it.
So it could be that they saw the nature of her wounds and grew superstitious, put her out here. It could also be that whoever did this put her out here to avoid suspicion.
But the problem with that is that we were attacked by demons out here. So
Which
wouldn't
means-
they be fearful?
Yes, it's very likely that this was done, perhaps warding or some sort of ritual.
I think the town is evil, which means more for us to kill and siphon.
Or make friends with.
Out of the way. Stay sharp. Put the body back.
The body, you just like throw the body back in the hole.
Yeah.
The dress is nice though, so.
Did you want the dress?
Well, I've never had one.
It'll probably fit Kyla. I mean, might be a little snug, but
put it on.
Now?
Wait, you want?
No.
Wait.
No.
they just want to watch you put it on because they're pervs.
Yes. Let's think this through, guys. Do you really want Kyla? Do you really want Kyla to wear a dress that a dead girl that from the village to return to the village?
Yeah.
In the dead girl's dress?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back for it. I'm just gonna go ahead and like stuff it into the bush next to the grave.
All right.
What's it smell like?
Probably
What
not
that
too
smell
bad.
like?
Probably more like dirt.
So, are you covering the body over, or are you just gonna throw it in the grave and be done?
I'm gonna bury it back up with my
Okay, so
shovel.
you cover it back with the dirt. All right.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna climb into the tree and try and retrieve the axe.
Okay.
Or just shake it out.
You got the axe
Yay!
out. Okay. So other than that, there are 4 dead Babao demons laying upon the path. One over to the right, underneath a tree. What you up to?
Okay, so maybe we could just drag them out of the way and put them out of the path and under some
Where do you wanna
bushes
put
and
'em?
trees. Like farther out, edge of the map.
Okay.
And I'm kind of curious because I've been given some pretty gross blood from a pretty strong demon. If maybe lesser demon blood has any effect, I don't know. So I'm gonna try and just take a vial full.
Okay, you wanna, like, make a vial of Babao Grey Icky Iker. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know. Maybe.
Iker
Who
Cola.
knows?
Iker Cola. The drink of demonic obsession. Okay. Yep, it's still very clearly daylight, early afternoon. What do you guys want to do?
Head north.
Follow the road then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'll continue to do my side-skirting safe scout. Because it worked last time.
Alright. You continue to follow the road. On foot, it's another good hour or so. But eventually, you arrive
Ooh, it's foggy.
in pretty much the road. After a little while begins to descend. All the trees and hill are basically starting to slope a little bit, and you can see that clearly you're on the banks of some kind of, not so much a valley, more like a recess in the ground. Like at some point, something had to happen to kind of sink this area a little bit. But you kind of head down into the depths, and after another good hour or so, the area in front of you begins to open up. And before you, you can see kind of a quaint farming village that there is mist and fog kind of resting permanently over it. As you kind of drop down in, you notice that to your right is a small hill with an old, somewhat decayed watchtower. Below that are rolling fields of crops and thatchwork buildings, all ascending down beneath you in the valley.
I found the tower.
Yes, go throw Emlyn into it.
I was gonna suggest if we find any houses, we systematically go in them, allow me to kill whoever's inside, until we're up to our full strength.
That's a good way to make an impression.
Well, we don't need an entire town hating us the moment we walk in. We have enough problems as it is.
Well, they won't know it was us right away.
I'm sure I haven't seen anyone come this way. They're gonna assume it's us.
Before we do any of that, can we at least go to the town center and make sure this isn't Windenbrook?
Good idea.
If it is, we have a bit of flying to do and a bit of wizard to kill.
Let's scope out the area, huh? I like this music.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, let's go. We'll follow the trail.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you follow it down. It feels kind of damp and a little colder down here than it should be, probably. As you continue to wander along the path, rows and rows of cornfields to your left, various other crops and stuff are going to your right. You get level with the first of the houses. It looks like a fairly small kind of cottage. As you get close to it, immediately, before you're even level with it, you see a pair of arms reach forward and close up the shutters so that you can't see inside and that they are somehow secluded from whoever or whatever it is that's approaching.
See, they wouldn't even, the rest of the village wouldn't even miss these people.
Let's keep going.
Do you think they know about us? I'm just gonna keep going.
All right, you pass the second house and head towards this, kind of more towards the middle of the town. So, looking around you, you can see that trees completely circle this place. And now you're realizing why it's called Morden's Hollow, or at least why the name Hollow is part of it. It literally seems to be in the depths of a huge clearing in the hollow of this large forest. The building up ahead seems to look a little bit more friendly. There is a wooden sign hanging from it. There is a fence post rail that you could probably tie a horse to, but there's no stable. You can hear some quiet noise coming from inside. There's smoke lifting out of the chimney, and you can definitely catch the whiff of what smells like fish on the air as you get closer to it. Once you get level, it's a fairly basic building, but it's definitely larger than the houses. It's a single story, but it looks like, just from a glance, it may be some kind of local gathering place. You might go as far as to call it a tavern at a stretch. You probably wouldn't go as far to call it an inn or anything, though.
Whoever lives here has a big family.
Or a lot to drink.
Oh, is it a tavern?
I'm gonna...
Let's go to the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover myself completely, so it's just my eyes.
Alrighty. Alright, who's first through the door?
Me.
Yeah, it wouldn't be me.
I guess.
Okay, you swing open the door. The door is barely wide enough for Tolgar to get through without twisting his shoulder.
Yeah, I'm gonna awkwardly scoot into the side. Enter and look around.
Alright.
I can't click them though. Unclickable.
Unclickable you.
Thank you.
Alright. Okay, so Tolgar pushes his way through the door. Who's coming in next? Oh, sorry. I moved you. Who's behind Tolgar?
I'll probably stick to him, yeah.
Alright.
I'll come in last, so...
With your hood up or down?
He said he covered himself fully.
Oh, okay.
Alright, okay. You push in and glance around this fairly small and secluded tavern. There's a welcoming fireplace roaring to your far right. There's but little than 4 tables, circular round tables, One of which, to your far left, seems to have a couple of a young couple sitting at it. The one directly in front of you, there is a couple of fairly plainly dressed middle-aged people. There are 3 people at the table furthest to the north. The table to your far right is empty, and the bar seems to be propping up 3 more elderly individuals. As you kind of look, you can see that several of them have plates of food that seem to be various different vegetables, which is not surprising considering the vast crops that this place has. But the only kind of proteins that you're seeing is fish-based.
More fish. I'm going to step in and take a seat here.
All right. You pull out a stool and plop yourself down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does anyone seem to care that we've walked through, or are they pretty...
Everybody is kind of immediately staring at you, except the 2 over here. As you walk in, this one, who is, as I said, it's a young woman who's got like a hood over her head. She waves and smiles and just politely acknowledges you. The man sitting with her turns around. He's a young, fairly robust, brown-headed guy, and he's like, just raises his hand, almost in acknowledgement.
So
the others
friendly.
do not acknowledge you in any way. The barman finishes pouring the next drink, and then just reaches down, pulls up a mug, and using the edge of his apron, just begins to clean it as he looks straight at you. Clearly there is no serving bench, no waiter. Nobody approaches you to take an order, like in some places. Pretty much, you're sitting at a table in a fairly basic tavern. The biggest quality of it right now is the fact that it was cold and damp outside, and you're sitting now by a nice warm fire. So for everybody except Emlyn, that's a bonus.
Nice. Well, Thelonious, I think you should use your people skills. Point to the barman, just really hoping he goes up and gets the drinks instead of me. Yeah.
So you just want me to go up there and just get a drink? That's all you want? So I'm a waiter to you now?
Yes.
Well, I do need a nice glass of red wine after that hubbub we got in the forest, so I'm going to turn around and go up to the bar.
Okay. The old man to your right just and shuffles his stool over about 3 or 4 inches to get away from you, but also to give you room to approach the bar a little better. This gentleman here just kind of turns his shoulder so that he doesn't have to look right at you, and the one that is sitting here just dips his face and eagerly ties into what looks like some kind of brook trout and starts to consume it quickly. The tavern keeper is just staring at you without saying anything and still polishing his mug.
You know. Sorry.
No, please.
No, I was going to say something to Togar and Kyla.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go.
Okay.
Fight for it!
Fight!
Fight!
Sorry. Unfight, rather.
Go, Snugs.
I will.
It's on you, buddy.
Now I forgot where I was.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding. So I'm going to look at the bartender and go, hello?
Well, he just kind of looks at you and nods.
I'll kind of look across the bar.
People are deliberately averting your gaze. If you look at anybody, they immediately look away.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually turn to the guy next to me here.
Okay.
Say, excuse me, are you? I thought to be rude and point this out, but are you purposely not paying attention to me?
I'm doing what they call minding my own business.
Yeah, but why to me? I just arrived just moments ago.
I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. Why would I mind your business? More importantly, why are you minding mine?
Just trying to strike up a bit of conversation. Is that what people do when they opt to sit at the bar? That is sort of the rule, isn't it? You're open to people walking up and talking to you? That's proper bar
Not
etiquette.
here in the Hollow Tavern. We keep ourselves to ourselves.
Right,
Customers.
He goes, as you might have noticed, there is no through road here. So if you came to Morden's Hollow, you either came here by accident or with a very clear purpose. And as he says that, the barman is now looking at you with his eyes a bit more wide open, and he stops rubbing, over-cleaning the mug, and the other two are actually now looking at you. At which point, this person here, who seems to be a fairly young, short brown hair, he's got a moustache, he's wearing a kind of a dark greyish waistcoat, a light grey shirt. He says, as he takes a drink, "Well, which is it then?"
He said that to me?
Mm-hmm. And everybody except these two over here, all eyes are now on you. Everybody, I want to say the whole tavern, which is, like 9 people, are all looking at you eagerly, waiting for you to speak.
All right, let everyone. It seems as though we've got off on the wrong foot here. Hello, everyone. And I'm gonna look at the younger one who just spoke. What will what be exactly? Did I do or say something?
Andon just said, "There's no through road here, so you either came here by mistake, or with some kind of very intent purpose. My question to you is, which is it?"
I heard the patrons of a certain bar were just so friendly. How could I not stop by when our road got here, right?
For the first time, the innkeeper speaks as he says, "I don't believe that for a second."
Oh, you are quick, barkeep, let me tell you. You thought right through that one, huh? Well, how about this? How about we start with 3 of your finest meads or sort of drink. Do you have...
We ain't no mead here.
What is the house special?
Ale or corn mash whiskey. One or the other, that's all we've got.
So you don't have red wine?
No wine.
Right, 3
this
of
is
your
a local
finest...
town for local people. There's nothing for you here. Except ale or corn mash whiskey.
Well...
Dare say I can drum you up a plate of food if you're hungry.
No, at the moment we'll take 4 helpings of your finest ale, please. We're sitting at the table. Do you have table service here?
No, if you want them, I'll put them on the table, you carry them yourself.
Alright. Well, line me up, barkeep.
Alright. He kind of reaches out and very slowly and methodically...
Take your time.
He reaches down under the bar with a large jug, and you hear gluk, 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 as he fills the jug from the keg, puts the stopper back in, and then pours them up, slides them in together. That's 8 copper, please.
Yes, of course. I'll dig into my pouch and toss them the payment. And I'll just kind of lean in, but say it loud enough so the whole bar table I'm at can hear me. Does the name Sally ring a bell to you by any chance?
Okay.
Here we go.
Anybody
Hand
that
on dagger.
has a if you have a perception that is passive 12 or higher, you don't need to roll.
Okay.
Anyone that has a perception lower than 12,
yes.
Give me a dice roll.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got a 15.
I have
a 17.
Shit.
So,
And it logically makes the most sense that Emlyn would fail anyway, because he's got his back to most of the taverns, so...
Yeah.
Alright, so Kyla, clearly, and the other two have got a passive high enough?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so as you say that, the gentleman that just spoke here, he's literally just lifted up his mug, and he's about to sip, and as soon as you say that, he's like... Why did you ask?
Well, we saw the a grave buried outside of town.
You probably should leave. And he stands up.
Oh.
Well, I mean, we just wanted to see if I could pay my respects in some sort of way.
Fine, you've paid your respect. Fair enough. There's no reason for you to stop here. There's nothing for you in this town. You clearly haven't come here with any obvious purpose. You must have just stumbled across here. Well, there ain't nothing for you here. Nothing.
If I might ask, why were we attacked by demons as we approached the town?
Okay, when you say that, it's exactly the opposite. Nobody else reacts except these two in the corner, who spin around and start like, almost like, did we hear that right? As you say, the innkeeper leans forward, putting the mug on the ground, reaches over, and unless you actively do anything, will just kind of grab hold of your shoulder and pull you close to him so that he can get right up into your face.
Yeah, I'm gonna shove.
Kyla?
I'm gonna shove him off.
Okay. In that case, make an opposed grapple roll because he's not going to.
Train he's riding on.
Yeah, he is going to basically attempt to forcibly gain hold of you if you're going to do that.
Where's grapple and all this nonsense? I don't even know. Is it just a strength check?
You can just, yeah, it's
strength save.
That's good enough for this for sure.
Okay. Save.
Just an opposed strength.
Strong.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Strong.
Okay, so he grabs hold of your shoulder. But you kind of reach up with your other hand and like pull your shoulder back and push his hand away. When he realizes that you're not letting him grab you, he kind of just leans in further and he goes, "Keep your voice down."
That seems hardly proactive. I'd be interested in the corn mash.
Fine. You can have an entire bottle if you're going to leave. On the house.
No promises. Not until I taste it.
And he hands you a small wooden shot glass. It's harsh. It's burny as it kind of stings the back of the throat. It certainly will never be described as being smooth, but it is strong and it is potent. Like drinking what? It's Kentucky Deluxe. Kentucky Dale, one of those really bad things called that have the initials of K and D.
Okay, I'll leave. And then I'm just going to go ahead and hold my hand up.
Okay. He puts the cork back on and hands you the bottle.
I'm just going to look at Thelonious and say, "Have fun," and walk out of the door.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so you wander outside into the cold, damp streets.
I'm just gonna, like, wait outside, basically.
Okay.
Warming myself with occasional sips of mash and being prepared for those other two who are interested in maybe, if they follow me out, having to do something about it.
Alright. So you guys have noticed that the young couple have kind of leant in and are whispering to each other. And the innkeeper is kind of like paying close attention to him. With that, he leans into Thelonious and says, "Do you have a reason to be here? Or not?"
Here in town or in this bar?
In Morden's Hollow.
Oh. Possibly. I thought it was a custom around here to mind your own business, no?
It is. So if you have business here, fair enough. If you don't, go mind yours somewhere other than Morden's Hollow. If you know what's good for you, lad. Which is kind of ironic that he's calling a 70-plus-year-old man lad.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. I will pick up the ales and turn back to the table and set them down.
Alrighty.
Were they close enough to hear all of that? Like, would I have to recap any of that? Or?
No, probably the leaning in parts of the conversation, maybe. The rest of it, this place is too small, and the sound reverberates fairly well. So yeah, I mean, you guys heard the conversation except for whatever he said to Kyla, who just kind of looked at you as she walked out the door, and whatever he said to Thelonious when he leant in. Everything else you would have heard. All right, so Theo, you make your way back over to your table. You put down your 4 mugs.
Yeah, I'll put down the mugs, and I'll say, they do not want us in this town, like, at all.
So, can we go outside to talk? I mean, Kylo already went out, so...
I guess, yes.
So I'm just going to stand up without taking any of the mugs and just head out.
Okay.
Well, Dolga looks like 3 for you and 1 for me.
This fellow kind of spins around and watches Emlyn leave. Right, so you go outside. I'm guessing where you find Kyla leaning up against the wall with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and periodically taking slugs of it. And getting very... Even though it's cold outside, she's starting to look quite rosy-cheeked.
Are the others coming out too? Or
Apparently not.
Well, I mean, yeah, sorry, I thought you were moving us out there.
Oh, no, if you're leaving, whenever you said, oh, it looks like more for me, Tolgar, I assumed that meant you weren't going anywhere, or, you know.
Oh, he'll probably just slam them.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna chug and then walk out.
Alright, so you drink all of yours, and then... So you all wander outside, okay.
So I'm going to have the door closed, make sure the door's closed behind me.
Alright.
And I'm going to look to Kyla, look to everybody and be like, this is a good place to stage our scene.
Oh, what scene?
Yeah, what scene do you speak of, Emily?
We go in there and hogtie all of them.
Whoa. What?
What?
First, we might
It is the center of the town. It is a place we could have an advantage. We hogtie them, torture them for information.
Wow.
I siphon their energy. And if any others come in, we have advantage of numbers.
Emlyn, we will not be doing that. I think
Why
they
not?
would like to know we are on a quest to help them with their tower.
But we don't care about any of them, do we?
I, for one, think they have charm and great spirit.
I don't understand why we don't...
We kill when there's a purpose. There is no purpose to kill these.
We go in there, take them all out and down. I get health from them, and we extract information via the torture.
I'd rather you do it to people in a home that are just not in a gigantic group.
Well, that would be stage 2 at night. I will go out and
Stage 2, I go house to house like some kind of morbid vampire.
Yeah, torture's not
drain
really
the
my
town
style.
dry.
I fail to understand your resistance. We are in the end game now. The tower of the person we are seeking is outside this town.
Correct.
This town can only impede us here unnecessarily unless we take...
Are you referring to the broken watchtower that you witnessed as you came into town?
No, I'm pointing... The wizard said it was north in the forest, right? So I'm gesturing north-ish.
I'm just making sure that y'all
But Tolgar thinks it's that tiny watchtower. Let's be clear.
I'm not indulging that idiocy. No, yeah, because what's the Octavius guy, whatever his name was.
Seeing as we don't have a reputation to worry about here, I don't see what's wrong with going door to door and finding whoever these god-something people are and what happened to their person, if there's anyone related to it. Obviously, someone cared enough to bury them. Somebody close by, probably, and if we find them, they'll probably be the most likely to talk about it. Everyone else seems pretty upset.
Right, but there's no through road, so there's no risk of discovery if we destroy this damn place.
Well, other than anyone else that happens to come into the town.
Yeah, see, that's great.
I mean, no one's going out the other side, but that doesn't mean no one else is likely to come down the street the same way you did, necessarily.
Unless we go back that way and kill everyone and leave.
That sounds like an awful lot of work. A lot of work which, frankly,
walk up and down the
killed
village.
my family, and that's not really worth it. I look at this place, I see a lot of suckers, but I don't see any kill them all necessarily.
Well,
Maybe one or two if they make a fuss about it. But
Kyla, here's the thing. I need to kill them to be at my full strength.
Do you see that over there?
So I'm just gonna. I'm gonna lift my robes up and show that where I was embalmed is completely torn open and straw is sticking out awkwardly. My body is not in the best shape. So I'm just going to look at kind of be like, what is your suggestion? I could siphon from you, or I could siphon from the guys that we can possibly get information from.
I'll put it this way. You see those horses over there, and I'm going to point to the stable. They look like they're full of information.
Right, yeah, so across from the inn,
horse facts.
There's a much nicer looking home that does indeed have a stable and a couple of large horses. None of the horses look like riding horses, they're mostly looking like draft horses. They're kind of big, oversized, probably great for the pulling plow or something like that.
So I heard nice looking house horses. That looks like someone who's got some kind of status here. We can kill them.
So you want me to put the attitudes of this town worse by causing these creatures to scream and squeal when I kill them?
No, just kill the people fast.
But the horses still make noise and they are
No, they'll give us the information. I'm talking about the bastards who own the horses.
But not the horses themselves.
The town's obviously hurting. They need the horses more than they do.
I do find it strange that you are choosing not to do my plan when it is in fact inspired by what you tend to do.
Oh, that's flattering, really.
We go in this tavern now, and we subdue them all, prevent their escape.
There's too many in there. We need to go
smaller.
It's
too sloppy. It's way too sloppy, and it's right in the middle of town. They'll all see.
Yeah.
They just shuttered their windows. They won't see anything, and it's foggy outside.
Oh, so we go to them. Easy. Why do you want to pick the hard plan?
Look.
How is this a hard plan? Look at you, Tolgar. You're a beast.
I am a beast, but we don't know if there's anyone of my caliber in there yet.
If you really
there could be other wizards.
Look, if you really look really hard, there's a nice house over there, probably full of a bunch of ponces who are useless in a fight, and we could just take those, use those. It's not like anyone's gonna miss them.
Fact is, we are not destroying this tavern. I need food. They give me food.
You get food after we kill them all.
I'm not gonna eat humans.
No, the food
that's not. One, I'm impressed. Two, that wasn't the plan. Can we just not talk about this openly when we've got two people who seemed very interested in us, just inside, probably talking about us or listening to the other side of the door? Hello?
Oh, somebody wants to talk to us?
Hello?
No, Thelonious, okay. What do you suggest we do?
Yeah, the whole time Thelonious is just going to be like sipping his ale. Ooh, I'm just like looking back and forth at these two people argue if we should kill an entire tavern in the middle of a town or not. And it's going nowhere, so Thelonious hasn't really felt the need to pipe in until Emlyn specifically asks. Thelonious will go, well,
why does it have to be Emlyn?
I do find it a bit funny that at the beginning of our journey, all of you wanted to kill everyone in sight, and I was the one saying we shouldn't do that. And now it seems as though the tables have turned a bit, and I have to say that the growth that you all have shown is very endearing. It does come with age and experience.
What do you mean, kill everyone? I never wanted to kill everyone.
Well, you all were a bit apt to, I don't know, fire an arrow into a tree at random. This is, as an example, I don't know.
He had it coming.
As far as do we kill it, no, I don't think that would be the best first impression for us to do. As soon as we walk into town, everyone knows we're here, and now all of a sudden we just come in saying hello, throwing arrows and fireballs and things at people. I don't think that's good.
And the other end of that is like we're good in a fight, but a whole town. We don't have the whole tribe here.
Talk to those two young ones in the corner.
But I can't go back in. See, I made a deal.
What deal?
Law of the land. And I'm gonna hold up the whiskey.
Explain the two in the corner. I didn't catch that.
I mentioned something about your brothers that we killed earlier, and the other goat people, and basically they seemed interested in that, so then everybody got mad, and I managed to use that as leverage to get me out of there. With a prize.
You mean the two that waved at us?
Yes, they seem like they're not from around here, and they seem like they're interested in whatever it is we might be doing.
Or they're spies for the tower. For Port.
That's the other option. That is the other option. I think those two are the ones that we need to tie up and maybe torture and scratch behind the ears or whatever it is you do.
So, if we're not going to go by my plan, I suggest we pretend to leave town.
You mean when? When we don't go by your plan of murdering lots of people, you sadistic little goat-hoofed cretin. I couldn't think of another word, I'm sorry.
I suggest we pretend to leave town, circle back, climb the hill to that tower that Tolgar seems to think is our magical place, and wait until dark to do the other plan with the Ponces with the horses.
Yeah, I don't have anything against that. It's not like they're innocent. I'm just looking at their horses like, how could they? They can't be.
They're like evil horses.
Never underestimate the secrets of a horse. Where are we sleeping?
As I said, we go south, circle back through the forest to the hill where that tower is that Tolgard is in love with, and then stay there until night.
Wouldn't be the first time we hijacked the tower for our own reasons. Didn't see anyone in it when we walked in, did we?
No, but then it was up there on the hill and
foggy.
Couldn't really see if anyone was in there. There was nobody poking around outside, put it that way.
Hold on. I'm gonna do a little reconnaissance, I suppose. If they have a bell in the tower, then maybe we need a different place. If they don't have a bell in the tower, then it should be pretty easy.
Okay, so what's your plan?
I'm gonna, like, kind of make for the tree line.
Which one?
Yeah, like, so...
There are many tree lines you could make for.
Yeah, so I guess, like, the idea is, like, try and kind of sneak up along this edge here to
Alright,
get
so
up
you kind of wander down through... you're going to kind of go down to here by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of sneak through.
And then, like, just follow along inside the edge and come up around the tower?
Yeah, try and get a better look at the tower without being seen.
Okay. What's everyone else going to do? Just hang out outside here? I mean, he's going to be gone a good 20-30 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to go grab the other 2 drinks.
Alright. When you walk back in, the barman will say, "If those mugs don't come back in here, you're paying for them."
Oh, aye. I'm going to walk out.
Okay.
And not offer that to anyone.
Also,
I'm going to drink it myself.
Before we go any further with that, so let me move back inside, and we'll put Tolgar back in there, because things and stuff.
Things and stuff. Ooh, I love
things.
They overheard that entire conversation and
they murdered, and they all immediately attack Tolgar the second he walks into the town.
A whole town. It took a whole town to take down Tolgar.
It took a whole town to die to Tolgar.
Okay. All right. So when you walk back in, you notice that this fellow and this woman are now over here talking to the young couple.
Yeah.
And this gentleman is kind of like, as you walk back in, he's kind of like looking straight at you.
Like he wants to talk to me?
Not really. More, give me a perception check. Actually, no, don't give me a perception check. Give me an insight check.
Okay. Insight coming up.
Insight check. That's her.
Yeah, you're not very insightful.
Alright.
Yeah, he doesn't really look like he actively wants to talk to you. He just it's more those eyes that you're used to. You know, you're a huge monster of a specimen, and most people have never seen anyone of your size before. Clearly, it's probably he's just admiring you and probably no doubt jealous.
Okay, of course. I'm gonna walk towards the table and carefully pick up my drinks in a very methodic manner. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna get towards the door, but before I leave, I'm gonna just kind of stare at this table for a second.
Okay.
Are they looking?
Initially, they're all kind of leaned over, talking quietly. Now you can give me a perception check.
All right. Come on, do better. Hey!
You notice that this gentleman is kind of, in his left hand is a coin purse. You see him kind of slide out several gold coins and then slide them across the table to this fellow, who clearly looks a little bit surprised. At that moment, they notice that you're staring, and instantly they all lean back in their chairs and go quiet. When I say they, that's this one and this one. The young girl just looks like she's got a big smile on her face, and the young boy is, or the young man is counting the coins in his hand. You can't see how many, but obviously you can see by his arm motion that he's counting.
I'm going to take a few steps forward and say, "Oh, got a good deal going?"
This person kind of turns around, looks at you, and surprisingly, without any fear in his face, he says, "You're not that smart, you people, are you? Mind your own business."
I'm interested. I'm obviously for hire if there's a deal
no
going
one's
on.
here. No one wants to hire you. We've got horses that can pull a plow. We don't need some ox.
What did you call me?
An
I'm
ox.
gonna take another step forward and like put my hand on my sword.
Okay.
Did you call me an ox?
I did.
That's actually
You're
kind
as
of
big
a
as an
compliment.
ox. You're huge.
Thank you.
We've got no need for laborers. We're just
I'm not a
minding our own
laborer,
business.
sir.
And you're just this is the problem with strangers. You come here,
polite.
you automatically assume it's your right to know what everybody else is doing, asking questions like you've got a God-given right to be in everybody's business. And the truth is, it's a small, quaint town. We live here. It's our town, and you're the outsiders.
So I guess you don't want us to save you from that tower. I'm gonna walk this way.
Okay. He says, "No, we don't. None of you.
Really?
Stop coming here. All of you, just stop coming."
Wait, do people keep coming to try to go to the tower, sir?
With that, he stands up and he says, "I've got nothing left to say to you." These two seem noticeably disturbed, and they start to stand up. The woman says, No, it's quite all right. We've got your rooms available. Come on in through. Let me. I'm sorry that there's this horrible ruckus going on. Let me escort you to your rooms." And she kind of like puts her arms around them and ushers them both towards this door over here. And then she kind of like turns to scowl at you like, "How dare you be so rude," or whatever.
Ruin a deal.
And then she kind of ushers them both into the room. And she says, any of these beds is fine. You can put your belongings in one of the locked chests. All right, well, you have a good night. And boom, she shuts the door. And then she just kind of turns around and leans against it.
Okay. I'm gonna rush back out.
All right.
As you return outside, I want to be saying to Thelonious, a few well-placed fireballs on that thatched roof could just set the whole place ablaze.
Oh, yeah,
you don't even have to go in there.
No, just have Tolga hold the door shut and it will go up.
I'm going to regale
Absolutely.
the encounter I just had in detail to them.
Okay.
So what do you think of that?
Oh, so we have rooms.
Maybe poor Thunderwind scared them off from strangers.
What?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What?
I think there's been people coming here to get to the tower or something.
You mentioned the tower to them.
Briefly. They said, we definitely don't want you saving us from the tower or something.
You guys already shot down my idea.
Although we're not killing everyone.
Well, the fire at the end would at least discombobulate them.
Yes, it is. How about this? We'll use it as a last resort. Fair?
If we have absolutely nothing else to do and we're facing certain death, we'll burn the inn down.
Fireball the
Because
whole
why
thing.
not?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
If the gods themselves descend and begin to attack us for not burning down the inn, we will burn down the inn.
So, after
I've seen crazier.
Tolgar kind of explains the interaction in detail. What if Sally was thought of a punishment? Like, well, they seem that they really don't want people to help.
I don't think they go around cutting people's hearts out as punishment.
No.
Don't seem like the type.
No, Sally was from the town, and someone tried to go to the tower and stop it or whatever. They got caught, failed, and so Sally was made of sort of a show of things like don't do this or else you end up like Sally over here. That would explain why she was in a grave that would be easily seen from the road. So they don't want us meddling in that sort of thing to protect themselves.
So what are we supposed to do?
Well, whatever we want, obviously. I'm trying to make sense.
Don't give a shit about that. Just pointing it out. Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, so while all that's going on, Kyla, you've snuck around through the trees. You get the distinct feeling that there are things in the forest. Like, you hear periodically, you might hear like the braying of a deer, and then suddenly it's cut short. You know, you hear like a out there in the dark. You hear kind of animals scurrying as if there are large, unpleasant, predatory things roaming around in the forest. It gives you a very uneasy kind of feel. Of course, you're just on the edge. You know that you're only a few feet from the town and the clearing. But it's starting to become very eerie as you get closer and closer, thinking, those things that you encountered, maybe there's more of those out there. Maybe there's other things out there. But despite that, unless you choose to bottle it and go back...
I already bottled it.
Okay,
so.
you get to the base of the hill. From this distance, you actually can see a faint light, a flickering light inside the small watchtower. The watchtower itself, part of the walls are in disrepair. It looks like you could enter this place either through a hole in the wall or from the missing doorway. And clearly there's something or somebody has got a fire lit in there. But you can't see anybody, and you certainly don't hear any conversation.
I'm going to check for any kind of old alarm or anything, like a beacon or something near the top.
So you want to kind of get closer to it and try to
I just want to see what's at the... Is it like a closed top tower or?
It's pretty much the tower itself. Tower is a little bit of a stretch because it's only maybe 10 foot tall. It just happens to be more like just a small keep. You can see that there is a couple of arrow slit style windows at the top, so there's probably a flight of stairs that just goes up there. But
so it's like a platform,
Yeah, if you want to give me a stealth check, maybe you can sneak up and get a lot closer.
Okay, I'm going for it. Come on, dice, do the thing.
All right, yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
It's grassy. It's misty. It's late afternoon. And already beginning to get dark. You very easily manage to stealth your way up to the side of the tower. And you can kind of stand to the edge of where the broken wall is. From there, you can feel the warmth from a campfire that's lit inside, and you can hear breathing of what sounds like one individual.
Can I tell where the breathing would be?
This is a small enough tower that it's probably just open plan in there, and he's probably sitting in there around the fire.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and like peek, and then like store myself again.
You carefully. Your stealth roll was good enough to cover that. So you just kind of peer around. There's a middle-aged man in fairly plain clothes, sitting on a basic wooden chair like you might find in any farmhouse kitchen, and just sitting with his hands over the fire. To the left of him, you can see that there's a wooden plank that's got a couple of fish laying on it that have been freshly gutted. And he's got one holding in his hand on like a wooden prong stick, and he's grilling it over the fire. There is a flight of stairs that kind of goes, it's a wooden staircase that kind of goes up and round. You can tell it's been repaired numerous times by the different colors of the timbers. It gets up to a small single platform at the top, to where at one end you could look out of the window to your left, one at the other end, a window to your right, but it goes nowhere else other than that.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You wouldn't happen to have a name, would you?
He seems rather startled, as he kind of like almost lets the fish touch into the embers, and then he's like, oh, at the last minute he pulls it back, and you see him kind of dust off some of the charcoal that stuck to it.
Okay, adds flavor.
Where did you come from, miss?
Oh, south of here. Where else would I have come from? There's no other road.
I don't recognise you. Are you heading into Morden's Hollow?
That I am.
I wouldn't.
Why is that?
I wouldn't. And quite honestly, if I were you, I'd head back south as quick as you can before it gets dark. You might make it. You
make it?
I'd run, if I were you, as fast as your legs will carry you, but get clear of the forest before it gets dark. You understand?
What happens to you here?
I'll be long gone out of here before it gets dark and safe locked up at home.
And you come out here... Are you on watch or something?
I'm
okay.
Sorry, I was cooking me supper, and didn't notice you coming. My job is to kind of flag people down and, based on who they are, either warn them or not.
Warn them or not?
Well, if it's people we recognise that are supposed to be in town, fair enough. But if it's strangers, my job is to let them know to not meddle, to stay out.
Would this have anything
sorry,
to
you
do...
asked me my name, miss.
Yes.
My name's Sean. Sean Flanagan.
It's a good name.
And what's your name, miss?
Kyla Ward.
Well, pleasure to meet your acquaintance. But yeah, don't tarry here. There's no good can come of it. You just get yourself out, all right?
What happens at night here?
I'm not supposed to talk about it, miss. All I can tell you is it's not safe. And it's definitely not safe to be roaming around outside. Not once it gets dark.
Okay, I won't be doing that. But please entertain this, if you will. You have a good soul about you. Does it happen to have anything to do with those long-tongued, gangly fellows of grey skin and abyssal nature, which may or may not be tearing the hearts out of people? I know that's a bit of an odd question, but you seem to know.
So you've seen some, then?
We put 4 down.
We? I thought you were by yourself, miss, and now he's kind of like looking behind you and...
They went to the tavern first thing, that's what they tend to do.
Oh, me and my stupid self! I should have been paying attention.
Hey, you were cooking
We haven't
fish.
had anybody come by here for at least a week, so I let me guard down.
That's not something good to do while you're a guard, is it?
Well, no, not really, but I'm not so much a guard, more of a warner of sorts. As I said, if I'd have seen you coming, and you're strangers, I'd have flagged you down and told you to turn around and go back for your own goodness.
So, when we stay, they come into town, and if anyone here isn't someone who's supposed to be here, they take care of that? Is that what happens?
No, not at all. I mean, look, it's different here now. It's not like it used to be. You can't just be here. It's not safe.
Mr. Flanagan.
Sean. Call me Sean.
Hey. Sean. I'm not very good at asking nicely, but I very much need to know what's happening here.
I don't know much. I've not seen anything myself, and I just know what I'm told. But I mean, if you really want to know, you need to talk to one of them. One of the gentry. Maybe go talk to Sir Thomas Angrave. He might tell you. You can ask in the tavern, but they're not going to let on much either, because they're scared, see? Meddlers cause problems. They don't listen, and that they get involved, and that's bad for us. And it's also sometimes bad for them. Right. Don't go to town, miss, even if your friends are there. Just turn around and go now. You seem like a fairly nice lass, and I don't want anything to happen to you. If you stay here, it's going to end badly, I'm telling you.
Well, they've already attacked me once, and I'd rather have my friends by my side should they attack again. The trouble here is...
No, you're just worried about the little ones, then. That's not what you need to be frightened of. That's just like nothing different than a pack of wolves anywhere else. No, there's far worse, miss.
Have you heard anything of the name Porthan de Wint?
I haven't heard that name, miss, no.
Has an older gentleman accompanied by a woman come through here?
There was a young couple came in earlier this morning. Bright and early. This morning.
No. Quite some time ago it would have been.
An older man and a woman.
The woman would have been scantily clad and hard to miss. I'd demonstrate, but I'm a bit too honest.
Can you give us any better description than that?
He's a wizard. Goes by several aliases. He's on the run from the law, and we're here to bring a form of justice.
So you are gonna meddle, ain't you? I wish you wouldn't. You'll end up dead, and then we'll pay the price for it. No doubt. It's bad enough as it is, if we don't do what they want.
But you said it wasn't like it was before.
No.
Is it worse then?
Well, no, Morden's Hollow used to be a quiet little place. And just this last couple of months, things have happened. Something's here. Something's not supposed to be here. Something unnatural.
Right.
Look, it's getting late, miss.
I've seen quite a deal of
I don't even think you could leave now safely if you wanted to. If I were you, at the very least, if you're not going to go and see Thomas Angrave, go down to the Hollow Tavern there. There's no doubt where your friends have shown up. And
but
they're not very friendly, but if you ask for a room, and they'll probably at least let you sleep there the night. And then you can be gone in the morning, like, before anything happens. And if you hear anything outside in the dark, don't get inquisitive. Just stay inside where it's safe and warm.
Thank you, Sean. I'm just gonna walk right to the tavern.
Alright,
okay. Where my friends are.
Alright. So yeah, you guys have had your little adventure down there. And Kyla comes strolling back up down the road towards you guys. And we'll let you kind of get back together. Do you guys want to have this conversation now while it's fresh in your mind, or do you want to cut it and have this conversation next Monday?
Monday.
Alrighty, because that brings us neatly and tidily to the end of tonight's episode. Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on How We Roll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter @Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons & Dragons related, and of course you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also guys, don't forget to keep up with all things How We Roll, follow us on Twitter @HowWeRoll. Check out the website www.howweroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.
Hi, I'm the Satchmo. I speak for the trees. Thank you for watching How We Roll. If you want to see some more of me, you can follow me on Twitch and Twitter @Satchmo. If not, I guess I'll just see you next episode. I love you. Take care.
What's up, you guys? It's the Snuggler here, and I am back for my second How We Roll campaign. I've been given some guidelines. One is to not name the character that I'm playing. Of course, probably gonna kill my character at some point. And two is to keep this as short as possible. Jane is just so lazy. Oh. So with that being said, so happy to be on my second campaign for How We Roll. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so @MaddieSweetTweet. That's pretty much all I use. So check you there. If not, I'm always here playing for you guys.
Shagget here. I play a character on How We Roll. I'm not going to tell you who I play because if they die, I'm going to have to redo it. I've already done it once, never again. Follow me on Twitter @Aneb_convos, and I'll see you guys on How We Roll.
Hi, Jane here. You may have seen me in such films as Rise of the Fallen or Lyra vs. Legend. Thanks for watching! You can follow me on Twitter @JaneOnTwitch. That's with a 0, not an O. Anyway, I gotta go. The cats. Peace, suckers!